because I'm using my tablet instead of using my phone or whatever the case may be, because my my joint is messed up here. I actually got, let me show you how I got this rigged. I keep it a buck. So this is actually a different piece, but it just happened to so fit on this bracket, right? And then like the rest of it's a stand. But at one time there was a light of mine that stood on this. And the light has broken off. So, being I went to school for digital media and stuff like that, I know how to rig some stuff up. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna share this. Make sure I get some people in here before I start talking. Y'all gonna like the topic I'm talking about, I guarantee you. Just give me a second. So oftentimes I sit back, I'll just start now. People see this on the rebroadcast. Oftentimes I sit back, right? And like I said, guys, it's gonna be a little shaky because I'm using my tablet. My tablet's too big to fit on the bracket for the stand. I got to get a bracket for that. So if y'all want to donate some, donate to that. The brackets is like, I think they $20 or something like that. Make sure y'all get one of those, and then I can always stream for y'all, including on the go. Anyway, I sat back today and I was thinking about something. See, I went to somebody's podcast this morning and they got called out. And unfortunately, I don't never like to join forces with people, but I like when people say real stuff. And this person, he wasn't the only person that said some real stuff. It was other people that said some real stuff too. I can acknowledge everybody. This is the thing. There's a lot of people, they ain't gonna get this podcast. They gonna understand what I'm talking about. They ain't gonna get what I'm talking about. They don't want to get what I'm talking about. You get me? But fact remains is this. When I was watching that podcast, there was a dude that came up there and he had a problem with a particular, I'm just gonna keep it like this, I'm gonna say a certain English fella, you know what I'm saying? Not Captain Kangaroo, another dude. That's English, I know it's odd, right? It's weird. Oh God, they got me saying that. That's all they say over there. That's the favorite catchphrase over this particular line. It's weird, it's weird, it's weird. I thought kids use that phrase. I thought a grown woman over 30 use that phrase. It's weird, it's weird, it's weird, it's all weird. That means you don't have an explanation for either way. That's what that means. Or it doesn't go in your favor. It's weird. I don't have an explanation. It's weird. Y'all give me a second. I'm just unbuttoning my jacket. I just came back in, so give me a second. And I'm like, yo, are you serious? So they get in the conversation, and I can tell that the facilitator on there, which I believe is this one particular girl, amps up. At first I thought it was the other person, but the other person, they're smart. You know what I'm saying? I give them all the credit. What up, Huggy? I know you chime in from time to time. This is not coming unbuttoned. All right. I got this little jacket. One of my, what's the name? My people that support me. Very few people that support me. My man, my L, he got me this dumb long. Like y'all don't even know how long this shit. This should go over my knees. You know what I mean? And so I love this jacket. I don't wear this jacket every day. But the only problem is when you sitting down or you trying to unbutton this shit got two sets of zippers and then it's got another zipper to come up behind it. This motherfucker is not you gotta go through World War III to get this shit. But it's dumb. Look, this is how long this motherfucker is. I'm sitting down on it. That's how long it is. That's the bottom of the jacket. This shit go all the way down. It damn near covers the bottom of my knee all the way down to my shin. It's dumb long. It should cover my whole body. I love this jacket. So shout out to Ahmad L for that, for real. So like I told y'all before, right, I said, it seemed to be a pattern here. Now let me explain myself. Where you get women to get online, and particularly women and men nowadays, I got to say women and men of the urban experience. And they just argue. So this particular person, they go live every morning about 10 o'clock. That's their schedule. You go live about 12. And this particular girl, who's a Canadian woman, she goes live. But I started finding something out that kind of caught my eye. You are the facilitator of a lot of arguments, And particular dude came in there today, and he said, it's funny to me that you injected yourself into a situation that had nothing to do with you. And I couldn't more agree. Now, I don't agree with what that particular gentleman says. I don't agree with certain measures that were mentioned, putting up pictures of kids and stuff like that or whatever. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. I guess I don't know. I don't know. That's not my lifestyle. But sometimes, some people just got to do what they got to do, I guess. I don't agree with sharing naked photography of certain women. I think that's kind of like, you know what I mean? But I guess with some people, you just got to do what you got to do. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people I'm taking up for, but I ain't taking up for that chick never again. This same particular chick I'm talking about out of Canada decided to electively not swing. This is why I said it was funny because she said something particular today and it was hilarious to me. She said, those are the podcasters. They talk about, and Huggy, I'm going to say your name right here, but just listen what I'm saying. They talk about Jaguar rights, but they don't know anything about Jaguar, right? Da-da-da. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, bitch, you just came here a year ago. A year ago. You just came here a year ago. Huggy on her own admission say, yo, we've been in the game with this for 5 years. Well, since day one, I'm one of the few podcasts, there's like maybe 6 of us tops that can sit there and say, hey, from the day one this whole Jaguar right thing started, they were there. Shit, even Huggy herself will tell you that. Which brings me to this. In particular, and this is why I'm mentioning the Canadian chick. Listen, yesterday you had a fucking Delta Airlines plane flip over on its belly. I seen we didn't all seen a lot of plane crashes, things like that. When the last time you seen a plane on its belly? I'm talking about upside down. And instead of talking about that, she opened up the show talking about poor Smurf. I'm gonna call him Smurf. Smurf. Poor Smurf. I got to defend this white man. Then his honor. Tell you, them chicks will go harder for them than they'll go for their own men. Please believe me when I tell you this. So I'm sitting up there, she trying to defend Smurf. But I'm like, yo, listen, you got a plane in your country that the international community is talking about that flipped on its belly. A Delta Airlines plane flipped on its belly with passengers on it, barely landed, and then literally caught on fire. And it happened yesterday. And people just not talking about it today. It happened yesterday. You understand what I'm saying here? Now, this happened in her own neck of the woods in Canada. And instead, she elected to talk about Americans again. And particularly, she always does the same thing. She got Jaguar right in her name title every time she go live. She can't do no numbers without Jaguar Knight's name in there. I said, ain't that the motherfucking kettle calling the kettle? You know what I'm saying? I'm taking my jacket off, y'all. Y'all give me a second. I'm like, that shit sound crazy to me. What's going on, V? I'm like, that shit sound crazy to me. You sitting here telling people that the problem is these people only do Jaguar right content when you on a Jaguar right stimulus package. Your whole channel didn't increase the views. Because, and let me add, the Jay-Z and Diddy package too. Oh, that's a whole stimulus package in itself. You talk negative about Diddy or Jay-Z, you understand what I'm saying? Or you getting that drop off. They're going to drop some money off to you. They're going to drop some money off to you. You talk anywhere in between the part of being neutral or anything like that, they ain't fucking with you. Trust me when I tell you this, they ain't fucking with you. I done had spurts when people have donated to me for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Right now, I think it's going to like a week and a half. I can't even name the last person that donated to me, the old gal. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So let me continue. So they continue to have this conversation about Smurf, and Smurf's feelings were hurt. And I don't feel sorry for Smurf, because Smurf, you understand what I'm saying? Smurf over there. How many people you done talked about? See, this is the problem I be having. People be talking about people, whatever, and they don't get personal until people start talking about them. People start talking about them. Now they got an issue. You understand what I'm saying? Now it's a problem. People start, oh, you did this to me. Shorty, you done put out all kinds of information. You ain't never, as far as I know, ever stepped foot in America. Ain't that some weird shit? Like, imagine me being on my channel day after day after day, right? And I'm talking about people in England and their atrocities and everything like that, or people in Scotland, which I got so much information about Scotland. It's ridiculous. Y'all would not believe. The other day, I took it down. I think I might have left one of them up. I don't know. But as far as I think I took them all down because nobody was interested. That's why I said, Diddy, you be let down right now. And all the stuff you put your interest in, you put your strengthen and everything like that, only to get up to now where people need to use your name and talk about you in a negative way without any conviction or anything being upon you to make money. Not because they care about potential victims, if they are any. I'm not going to take that away. It is being adjudicated. I can't take that away. But after working for that man for 17 years and not seeing none of that, I have a hard time believing that. And people had a problem with the fact that I had certain access that they don't. It's going to be even bigger access that I have pretty soon. Y'all going to really be mad. Oh, you better stay with Davin Lewis. See, out of all I'm speaking, I'm the one. That's the part they don't want to tell you. You understand? People that have been with me for a long time, they know. So I particularly heard this female up in Canada. She brought up a name, and this is why I said she just got here. She literally just created an account a year ago and started streaming. Her whole stream for the past, I'm going to say at least 6 months, has been Jaguar Right. Every morning you wake up 10 a.m., she's talking about Jaguar Right, and acts like she is an expertise on Jaguar Right because she is sitting there listening to what Jaguar tells her to say or what Jaguar indulges her to say. This girl ain't went to go do no research on who Jaguar is, and that's not talking about Jaguar in a negative connotation either. But there's no way you can brush up within 6 months, which has happened in 5 years, and act like you're an expert to an audience that's also naive. It doesn't know whatever happened with Jaguar, what facilitated with Jaguar, anything else. So one particular thing that made my ass itch was the fact, and I woke up to this part, where she sat there and said, and OG Patrice, that first of all, let me tell you something, girl. You'll never in your life at 34, which you look about 44, but we're going to say 34. As a 34-year-old girl that appears to look like she lived with a family, you don't sit up there and ever get in the business of older women. You understand what I'm saying? Your own mother would tell you that. If the hose is 10, I ain't calling y'all hoes, but you know how I'm talking. If the hose is 10 years older than you, that ain't none of your fucking business. You understand what I'm saying? See, I know OG Patrice. You understand what I'm saying? Me and OG Patrice had talked before. OG Patrice had defended me before on some not so secular shit. And one nigga, he heard the shit 2 times and still kept on with his diatribe. We'll talk about that another time. You understand? But point is, I know OG Patrice. And Jag knows OG Patrice as a friend or a former friend. You understand what I'm saying? I remember when they had their fallout. I remember all the back and forth that went back and forth, or whatever. I honestly and truthfully believe if she had not seen that business out there in Vegas and what they had to offer her, I think they would still be friends. I think that business endeavor teared them down from being friends. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a bad example of how black women are carrying themselves for both Jaguar and OG Patrice. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all setting a bad example. I got to say that at the same time as y'all being elder stateswomen in the game. Y'all setting a bad example by doing these interviews. And I need y'all to cut this shit down a little tone. See, OG Patrice, don't go over there sitting with these people. They love to hear that shit. OG Patrice, when I met OG Patrice was doing radio. You understand what I'm saying? She's the one that was originally supposed to facilitate the interaction between me and Jaguar on a whole different note. Huggy will tell you that shit. Y'all up here donating to a girl up in Canada that just jumped online a year ago, giving all your money. There's so many Americans in there want to sit with her just because she's 4. They ain't never been around nothing. You understand? They ain't never been around nothing. They ain't never been around nothing. So they don't know how to act. Give me a second here. I'm trying to figure out if I could do this and write my I don't think I could do it. I might have to grab my phone. I'm charging my devices and shit. I got to go out and do a little powwow today and shit. Yeah. But back to the story. OG Patrice and Huggy, they separated after this deal went sour out there in Vegas. I remember it very well. I ain't gonna say the company it happened with, but I do honestly and truthfully believe if that time wouldn't have facilitated right there and the interactions that would have happened, in some cases it looked like it was help. Huggy ain't take it like that. Huggy's a typical tourist. We cocky. Nigga, I said I wanted to be a motherfucking Radio City Music Hall. You'd have brought me to the damn juke joint. I get it. You understand what I'm saying? I said, I'm on to sing at Madison Square Garden. That's why I've been singing. Now you brought me over there to the juke joint. I get it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a fair man. I'm a very fair man. I get it. That destroyed their relationship. That little interaction there in Vegas, whatever it was, I wasn't fucking there. Neither were y'all. But whatever it was, that destroyed their friendship. Up and trying to that, Jaguar Wright ain't had no better friend than motherfucking OG Patrice. She ain't had no better friend than OG Patrice. OG Patrice would ride till the fucking doors fell off for motherfucking Jaguar Wright. She would argue with motherfuckers online for Jaguar Wright. She would take up for Jaguar Wright. She would hold Jaguar Wright down like no other motherfucking ends. You understand what I'm saying? Not just getting online, doing a fucking podcast every day, acting like you a friend. You ain't no friend. Chick, you a user. And I don't care for you. I don't, because I see what's going on. So she decided this morning to get on her little podcast and go full throttle and say what's about who. And she brought up the diatribe of OG Patrice. And I said, bitch, why the fuck you talking about OG Patrice? You don't know nothing about no OG Patrice. See, there's certain business you stay the fuck up out of. I try to explain this all the time. Let me give you an example. Unless you have to. Let me give you an example. One example here is the Lil Durk situation, right? That happened in Chicago. I got family and cousins that I talk to on a regular basis, live right there in Joliet. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my little cousin Camilla. Now, this is the funny thing about it. Even though I could tap in with her, and trust me, let me stop. My uncle's nickname used to be Chicago. I'll just leave it at that. See what I'm saying? And he ended up being one of them, what do you call them, Hebrew Israelite folks or whatever at one point. And he was doing something for the culture, you know, that whole shit. That's why I got out of that. And he did some time in jail for robbing a store because he was going to give money to the people. The people. And you see how the people do you. I ain't even got a motherfucker come in here and write my cash app in here. I got to get up, get my other device so I can write my cash app. I don't believe that shit about the people no more. The people are using. So I heard this chick, she was the chick from Canada. She sat there and she wanted to demise the name or denounce the name OG Patrice. And I said, wow, that's different. And then she kept on. As if she knew Patrice's character, knew of OG Patrice, had spoken to OG Patrice. And this is a problem because if you do that with her, you'll do that with anybody. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want this bitch to ever mention me. I don't want her to mention me. I don't want Captain Kangaroo Atwood. I don't want little Bubblegum. I don't need none of them. That nigga was over here yesterday in my chat room flagging my channel. You know what I'm saying? They pussies. Punks do shit like that. I don't go around flagging people's channels and shit like that. That's punk shit. That means you scared of me. You scared that what I'm saying might get you scared. So you already got you. You understand what I'm saying? I already got you. So I'm already looking and I'm thinking to myself, I was like, okay, so here you go talking about OG Patrice, but you don't know nothing about OG Patrice. And you know another thing I had a problem with? This is Black History Month. And I remember when Puff was out, he was screaming this black excellence shit. Remember, a lot of people was running along with, let me share this real quick. So I'm gonna show you how all this sinks in together. I remember when Puff was out, he was screaming all this stuff about black excellence. That's what he called it. And I knew what Puff's intentions were. You can say what you want to about him. Yeah, I know he had the little episode with Cassie, you know, all that or whatever. That's the only thing that's been proven so far. But every May, I was around this man. I remember the Rock the Belt campaigns. I was working at the company at that time for the first one and the second one. And so I remember those campaigns. I remember what Puff had pledged. I know Puff was really animated about what he was doing or whatever. And I saw today a clip. It just came to me. You know, sometimes things just come to you. So it came to me in the feed right here on YouTube. And it was a clip of Puff talking prior to him getting arrested. Some will say it was his last interview, right? And in the interview, he was talking about, yeah, this is the reason why I had a problem with Diageo and this, that, and other, and the third, whatever. And they said subsequently after that, Puff was done. And I said, yeah, that's crazy. But what he was counting on, and Puff was counting on, was like, yo, I know the people gonna hold me down. Because I've heard this hey come out of other people's mouth. It was the deal with Diageo that took him down. So y'all gonna let him do it? That's what y'all basically said. See, as much as y'all trying to make Puff look weak, you know what I'm saying? You make yourself look weak collectively. They don't understand this because they're not in that thinking measure. I'll say to you again, to the urban community, as much as you try to make Puff, Jay-Z, Kanye, and all of them look weak, you make all of us look weak. Because what you're telling the opposite end of the people that don't want to see them succeed, don't want to see them anymore, we can easily be taken down. Your son can easily be taken down. Your daughters can easily be taken down. You could be easily taken down. There is no black excellence. It's Black History Month, Puff. You'd be disgusted if you saw what was going on out here. These niggas have neglected all of Black History Month to talk about beef. This woman for Canada, instead of electing the conversation and acknowledging, because she talks about American artists that have put in so much work, instead of doing that, she elected instead to jump on her podcast and start an argument or facilitate an argument. Wait, and then she talks to all of them like she's a school teacher. Wait, I need you to be quiet. I'm like, y'all letting this Canadian woman come up online. She ain't even handling her own business in her own country. There's a plane on that airport that is flipped on its belly, a Delta Airlines plane. And instead of getting online talking about that, she wanted to talk about taking up for a white man that's on her podcast that's from England, who's got a scrupulous background, it sounds like. You understand what I'm saying? And hold fort and hold court on that. That's what she started to do. This woman has not even acknowledged that the majority of the people that she's trying to interview or interact with are African American people. This is why I always raise my question. I say this culture shit is over. And Puff, if you was out here right now, you'd be disgusted by this. Because niggas ask me, yo, what do you mean? You don't like black people? You don't like black people? You're a tether? Man, nigga, fuck you. No, I'm talking reality. Reality is this. All I see is niggas every day alongside white men sitting there trying to take down black architects of the game, the last of the black architects. See, y'all don't understand this. The pattern, go ask Jaguar, write this shit. And Huggy, if you listening right now, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. This is bigger than Pub, Jay-Z, Kanye, and all that. You about to really sell out the game, and you don't even understand it. Bitch, once they take it down from this end, they're never going to allow it to get right there again. In independent form, in the collective form of the new leadership, no, they're getting rid of these niggas because these niggas is the last of the captains. He's the last of the captains. Who else is a captain behind him? Who does the same thing besides Drake? They tried to take Drake out too, you remember? I told you what was going to happen with Drake. I told y'all this a week ago. I said, when y'all was celebrating, talking about, yo, Kendrick, he did so much for the community, or whatever. I said, yo, that was the funeral for the song. Y'all don't even get it. I know this business. What happens? Not even a couple days later, Drake and P&D, Pouty Next Door, drop a joint, and that was number one on Apple iTunes. Soon to be number one internationally. And it's a slow R&B album, and there's only one mention of Kendrick in it, and it's on an R&B song. That's the ultimate smash right there. And you may not realize it right now, but that was basically, and Kendrick can't fight back from that. Nah, you don't try to get the niggas. Niggas don't buy albums. Chicks do. Niggas don't buy albums. Chicks do. Niggas don't buy singles. Chicks do. Think you know the game, huh? Think you know the game. We'll see. Anyway, long story short, let's get off that. I already knew I was right about that. As soon as I saw how they did it in grand audience, I said, oh, okay. Because this is the same Jay-Z, the facility. That's why I said a lot of these people that talk about hip-hop, talk about Jay-Z, Kanye, and all of these people don't even know nothing about hip-hop. Drake, this is how they're going to come at you with silly rap views, trying to confuse you. Drake, this is exactly how they come at you with silly rap views, trying to confuse you. Jay was the one that said that in a song with Drake. Light up. These people don't even listen to hip hop, and they tell you about hip hop. It's crazy to me. Ask Maggie Pie Pooh, what's the last hip hop album she listened to? Tell her to recite some lyrics for you. What up, kid? I know shit is rough doing your bid. When the cops came, I should have slid to your crib. Fucking black, no time for looking back, it's done. Plus, congratulations, I heard you got a son. I heard he looks like you. Why don't your lady write you? Claims she should visit, that's when she got hyper. Flipping, talking about he acts too rough. He was ripping it. See what I'm saying? Like, tell her to recite some lyrics for you. I need y'all to do that for. Go over there and ask Lisa Smells to recite some song lyrics for you. And then you'll understand who you're dealing with. Y'all dealing with novices and people that have never been in the game a day in their life. And underneath all of it, the only thing they want to do is facilitate $1 for their cash app. They ain't giving you no real information. They can't. How can they give you info? That's like a pizza maker trying to give you plumbing advice. Makes no sense. But I digress after that situation. Let me motivate myself to something else. Back to Maggie Pooh here. Maggie Pooh, a madame petite, avec la boque. Avec la boque. Oui, mademoiselle, oui, et partout. Anyway, listen. Oh, mademoiselle over there, madame petite. This chick facilitates arguments. She does it real slick. You do it very Caribbean. That's why they can't pick up on it. But Europeans, they pick up on it because they're your colonizers. But I pick up on it. But a lot of people, they don't pick up on it. I watch you now within the same week facilitate probably no less than 4 arguments. And that really gets your crowd moved and motivated. Gets them wild up. Makes them want to donate to you. And I'm like, this is sickening to me. This is real sickening to me. And she did the same thing this morning. So let me continue. So this guy, he comes on. I'm not going to say his name. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't know him, you know. But I do know real shit when I hear it. And this dude comes on. And this is after she had talked about OG Patrice. And I just want to say to OG Patrice, shout out to you. Shout out to Huggy. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all end y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all feud one day or whatever. Because at one time, you two were cool. I don't know if y'all best friends or whatever, but y'all was cooler than motherfucking a motherfucker. Huggy know that, and I know that. You understand what I'm saying? And Huggy, it don't make you look in good character when you sit up there and you had such a, I don't want to say a long background, but you had a background with her. Is that fair? You know, it don't look right for you to do that because it gives people an indication of how you might treat them one day, and that's one of the narratives people live under. I will say to Huggy's defense, a lot of motherfuckers played her before. You understand what I'm saying? Hard. You know what I mean? And after a minute, after you get played a little bit, man, like Tauruses, we the second strongest in the zodiac. The only person that's strongest, both of us are Tauruses, me and you, all right? The only people that are stronger than us are Aries, the god and goddesses of war. That's it. We're the second strongest in the zodiac. And so, like, the way the bull rolls is you fuck with the bull, you get the horns. You know, that's how we play. We're extremists. And every possible consent that you could think of. You know what I'm saying? You came and slapped me, I got to come back and shoot you. You know what I mean? That's how we do. So, you know, I know what I'm up against when I'm dealing with a Taurus. We are very calculated people. We're very patient people. Oh, we got the best patience of anybody. You understand what I'm saying? The patience of a tortoise, if you want to say. So I understand a lot of the reasons she retaliates, and I won't sit here and say, oh, well, some bloggers didn't do it wrong. There was more than a couple of bloggers that did it wrong. There used to be niggas that would sit down with Jaguar, right, and within a week of them having a good interview with her, 3 days later, they be up and bashing a bit. This bitch ain't shit. I'll be like, damn. And then the cash apps is just coming in. Bam, 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 bam. I'm like, damn. And then when you say something positive or you take somebody on something, they will pick between... I took these, let me tell you what I'm saying. The reason I keep pointing out, and the reason I did what I did on purpose, because I was really doing a science experiment. So I said to myself early on, I said, watch this, I'm going to prove my point so I can talk about it later. I said, watch, I'm going to go back over here to the Adams Ballroom where Malcolm X was shot and killed back in the 1960s, right? I'm going to get a tour guide of everything. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sure if the tour guide was there or not. You know what I'm saying? Happened to be, she was there. So I was happy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, and shout out to that black woman who did so. I hadn't been around a woman with that much class in a long time. And that woman that's at the ballroom where Malcolm X was shot and killed not only gave me a precise, intricate demonstration, but she was also just a gentle spirit to be around. You understand what I'm saying? And someone I can imagine taking beyond another approach in the conversation would probably be just as much in depth as everything else. I'm very ID and clear when I get around women of a certain type of intelligence. You understand what I'm saying? Because they have a certain decorum with them. And she many of times reminded me as I was talking to her family members on my mother's side of the family. So I want to commend that woman again, that black woman. That black woman. Notice I ain't call her a hoe. I didn't call her a bitch. No, I call you as I see you. I call you as I see you. Black, white, polka dot, midget, tall, I don't care. You understand what I'm saying? This is New York City tri-state. We don't do all that. Well, I don't like them because... No. I hate everybody equally. But I put an emphasis on blacks and Latinos because I believe that you have a fucking duty and you're not fulfilling it. You're being individualist and capitalist. And this is what I'm explaining to you when I'm saying, when I put the title in and I say, Diddy, if you was here right now, that whole black excellence thing that you was talking about fell in a can. Now let me continue about Huggy, the Jaguar, right? Okay. It was a couple of times when Jaggy went over there and she got interviewed by a couple of people and they did a roll for a couple of days because they saw it was more money. And follow what I'm saying here and it'll make sense. There was more money in talking negatively about her than trying to support her. I'll say it again. There was more money in her talking about this 2 years ago, and it was like this for a straight year. You know what I'm saying? It was like that for a straight year. She say anything, at the very least 8 to 9 months, it was like that. It was all kinds of motherfuckers saying shit about it. I'm not taking up for it because bitch talk shit about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bitch really talk. Y'all think she talk shit about y'all. That bitch talk shit about me. You understand what I'm saying? But what's right is right. And, sometimes, she say her own little things in a language we speak that y'all will never be privy to. You still know how to do that, though, huh? Guess you ain't so removed like the rest of us, huh? But, it really, as it may. You understand what I'm saying? Long story short, she got fucked over a couple times. I give her that. They tried to fuck over OG Patrice too. But I would hope at some point you two will get back cool. Y'all two stories, a different story. Like I said, I done spoke to OG Patrice before. I have a different view of her. But I'll say to that Canadian bitch, stay out of grown women's conversations, little girl. Stay out of grown women's conversations. You're 34, you look about 44. You understand what I'm saying? But you about 34, you say. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't gonna doubt you, but you look about 44. I'm gonna say that, but you 34, and the women you're talking about is in their upper 40s, and one damn near 60, I believe, 57, something like that. That's grown women's arguments. You stay out of that. Any women that's 10 years older than you, you stay out their arguments. You understand? Rule of thumb. Niggas is 10 years older than me, I stay out of their arguments. Imagine me getting in a, hold on, I'll tell y'all when I come back. Give me a second, y'all, I'm gonna share this. You don't get into older women's arguments for many of reasons. Older women have a contention of taking things a little bit farther than what you think. I've been to cookouts with black and Latin people. He'd be like, that motherfucker owed me $10. He over here and bought a bottle of Branson over this motherfucker. I say it like that, they mean Hennessy. He done bought a bottle of Branson over this motherfucker. Esta cabrona aquí sento, sabe, pa no mi chavo, puta. Tú tienes un camisa y más ahí, huh? Ok, está bien. Oye, toma la yuga ahí, Entonces llena cuesto contigo. Sí, ok, está bien. Estamos haciendo un cuesto. Yo no quiero ese 12, ok? 12. Pero nada, la niños aquí, ok, está bien. And then that shit go down, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker get cracked with a bottle or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Possibly, bam, you know what I mean? He running off. What happened? I owe that nigga 10 punk ass dollars and he shooting up the cookout. Hey, fuck that, it's my $10. It's my $10. I said that just to be funny. I like crack jokes every now and then. Keeps spirits up, you know what I mean? Puff, if you were here right now, you'd be disgusted on what's going on. YouTube market, everything that you said back, and I even heard Jay-Z put this in his own shit. He said, yo, these people have been online, they've been talking about me. They've been doing a little bit of everything. Shout out to Jay-Z too, man. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Jay. Remember, nigga, I've been here all the whole way, man. You know what I'm saying? Ask Huggy about that joint I did over there in motherfucking Marcy. You see, I edited the fuck out of that, right? You know what I'm saying? You see, I edited the fuck out of that when I re-uploaded it. Just remember that. Your name wasn't even in it. You know what I mean? I was just down there. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyway, long story short, I said that for a reason. She know why. Anyway, long story short, it's a lot of people getting involved in this Jaguar right thing that don't need to be there. Jag can speak for a motherfucking self. She don't need y'all help, especially from Johnny Come Latelys. I know nothing about the hip-hop industry. I challenge you. My challenge is, this is the challenge, right? My challenge for all rap bloggers, hip-hop bloggers, or whatever, is I need you to reference a song that's more than 15 years old that's a rap song. I don't need you to recite no lyrics for no motherfucking current shit. I need you to spit some rap lyrics from 10, 15 years ago. It'll let me know. And I need to hear the vigor in it. Then that'll let me know where you was at that period of time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, who got them Nas lyrics? Through the lights, cameras in action, glamour glitters and gold. I unfold the strong plant seed, the stampede to grow when I proceed. The reds of these rise like geese, to conquer Pete, leaving savages to roll in the street, live on the run. Police paying me to give them my gun. You understand? I need a motherfucker to spit some lyrics for me. Because we got a lot of these hip-hop vloggers out here that talk about they know so much about the hip-hop industry. All right, motherfucker, spit me some lyrics. Spit me some lyrics. Spit me some lyrics. And I'm talking about on command. I don't need you to sit back and think about it. I don't need you to do none of that. I need you to spit them lyrics. You understand what I'm saying? No, I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. It sounds like you're trying to fuck with me. That's what it sounds like. Yamani. Yamaya. Yo no sabe se llama. Alam tú. Entonces eres cubana. ¿Qué pasó contigo? Ay, diablo, ya. Esa no es tuyo. Tú sabes, el espíritu yo tiene, ese es por mí. So está bien, mujeres. Esa tan bueno. Tú eres el moreno. Esa es la moreno ahí. Tú sabes, espíritu Cristo. Tú sabes. Bye. The fuck. Esta cabrona ahí. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Anyway, long story short, moving forward, right? Yamai. ¿Cómo está cabrón, kid? Mother of all our issues. Ya, con su boca. Tú eres nada. Tú sabes, el espíritu yo tiene. Entonces, sabes, pero, ¿cómo dice? ¿Cómo dije? Pero la sangre, entonces sabes, el corazón, entonces sabes, entre todas más, entonces sabes, está porque en las mujeres ven para afuera aquí, entonces sabes, la madre, pero ¿qué? Tú eres una madre, ya con su boca, entonces sabes, el espíritu yo tiene ahí, entonces sabes, es claro, es puro pero en el corazón. Now, moving on. Sorry about that. Moving on. Somebody said some shit I ain't like what they said. Don't do that with me. Anyway, long story short, right? Yeah, don't do that. If you're still listening, don't do that with me. Bad things will happen to you doing that with me. There's something that my father gave us, since you want to talk. And every time somebody try to do us wrong, eventually something 2 to 3 times worse happens to them. I don't know what it is, but it always happens that way. You even think bad about me in a very strong way, bad things happen to you. And I always have somebody I could tap in. You know, the very first time and the only time I did an interview with somebody, the very first conversation we had was about that same thing. It was about spirituality. And I told him at that time, I said, yeah, you know, there's a lot of places, and I ain't gonna say where, but there's a lot of places, there's a certain part of New York that actually have people that practice what you're talking about. He never caught into it. I was like, But I just told you I'm Afro-Cubano. I know both sides of me. Yeah, I'll speak black and talk black, and I know black people and da, 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 da. But what I'm trying to tell you is, no, this shit real. You know what I mean? So when somebody come in and they write shit like that, they would never write like that. En la comunidad, en tu sabes la gente, no. You don't play with shit like that. You know what I mean? You do not play with shit like that. Okay, so moving on. What's up, KCE Kennels? Can one of y'all write my cash app in here? $ STRINGERBELL80. Because I got a whole bunch of saying I can't get up right now. I want to grab my other device or whatever and just write it in myself because people don't like to help me. They like to help people that keep beefs going every day. People tune in to see people getting in arguments and fights, and that's what we're talking about right now. I said this black excellence thing is at its worst, and as it ever been in 2025 because ain't nobody even celebrating it. We just got a whole bunch of chicks and niggas online facilitating beefs. Not even none of the men will get on it and speak up the same way I'm saying. I'm like, and that's why I said I went to earlier this month. I went as my black history or whatever you want to say, you know, entry. I went to where Malcolm X was shot and killed. I had a tour guide with me. You understand what I'm saying? Like literally, it's still on the page. You just go enter in, go to my lives and just scroll a little bit. You ain't gonna have to go too far. Just go to my page, hit my lives, and you'll see it. And so I went there, and this was my second time going there. The first time I went there, I wasn't so successful. And this was 2 years ago doing Black History Month, which I subsequently went like 5 different places in honor of Black History Month. I took them down to the real Wall Street. She gave them the history behind that. I even had white people amazed at the knowledge I had. Not that that's impressive, but they were sitting there, they would just listen to me like, how the fuck did he know that? I had one lady that literally looked down, and after I finished, she said, I never noticed that was there. And I said, yeah, it went all the way down to right there. It was a huge wall, and they did that to keep the Indians and the niggas out from this Protestant church, basically, in a fort that the English had built. You understand what I'm saying? See, our interpretation of the English here in the New York City tri-state is very different if you live somewhere else. Your interpretation of the English. Where I live at, for example, is called the New England States. It was the second set of 13 colonies from Boston down to Connecticut. And in New York, and although New York is colonized by the Dutch, and partially, I believe, Pennsylvania is colonized by the Dutch too. I'm pretty sure of it because I know I can speak for South Philly anyway. I know there's a huge Dutch presence there. You understand what I'm saying? Even the Quakers and all them, they're remnants of the Dutch. You understand what I'm saying? The Quakers, what's the other ones down there? It's the Quakers. It's like 3 of them. Mennonites, and then there's another group down there too. And I think the Mennonites are black too, because there's another group of black people down there that are like the Mennonites and the Quakers down there in Pennsylvania, because we ran into them before too. My uncle used to know some of them. I think I'm pronouncing their name right, the Mennonites. Mennonites or Mennonites, one of the two. Mennonite, it might be the Mennonites or the Mennonites, it's one of the two, but I think it's the Mennonites. But anyway, long story short, those New England states, we're not too fond of for many reasons. We're really not. You know what I'm saying? For many of different reasons. If you wants to say all the, they talk about, when they talk about Latinos, right? Especially when they talk about Cuba, they say, yeah, Fidel and the I always say this nigga's name wrong, Raul, they dumped all their trash from Cuba, even in the movie Scarface, I say that, right? And like, it was at one time I used to tell people, like, believe this or not, I used to tell people that I was a different type of Latino than Cuban, because it's like, it was embarrassing saying that you were Cuban or whatever, because first thing they get you with, oh, you came over there, like try to equate it like they say with like Mexicans and stuff. Oh, you probably came over here from the border, you know what I mean, et cetera, et cetera. Thank you very much, my friend. So you'll get people that will used to make fun of it. I had this one dude in my school. He used to call me a Mexican, all kinds of shit. So it was embarrassing saying you was Cuban. Like it really was for a long time. Now it was cool, I guess, but for a long time it was, or being any type of black mixed with anything. So anyway, and it's black. You know what I'm saying? And it's black. So it's like black and black. You still black. I look exactly like my pops. Exactly like him. So anyway, long story short, it's funny, right? Because how can I say it? All during Black History Month, not only are these English people that they're partnering with, but even the black people that they're partnering with that are not Americans not one time acknowledge Black History Month in any of their conversations. And I find that a problem because these same people sit day to day to day talking about black people, black stars, a black elite, and many want to say in many regards. You understand what I'm saying? Don't y'all find that just a little bit odd? Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna get my other device. But don't you find that just a little bit odd? That's odd to me that somebody sits there and they literally talk about black artists, but one of the fundamental dates right now that we all pay an acknowledgement here in the United States is Black History Month, and these motherfuckers ain't said nothing. No nada. No hablo nada. Entonces sabe claro la gente. It's funny to me. You know what I mean? So I say that to say this. There was a woman today. Y'all give me a second. I'm just looking at my other device. See what I'm saying? There was a woman today from Canada that she quite readily gets online every day. And what she does is she basically facilitates beefs. That's the best way I could put it. And I want y'all to hear this one part right here. That's why I grabbed this. I just want you to hear this one part here. This is the hypocritical shit that they say. Just listen to this.
Tell me.
About Too Strong and OJ Patrice?
Oh, no, about anything that you want to, my love. It's your channel.
Yeah, of course. But like OJ Patrice, I think she is just someone that wants to be in front of camera, that people listen to her. Like, you know, she wants to be relevant, but she's not relevant on her own. She's only relevant if she talks about Jaguar Wright.
I'm going to stop it right there. Shorty says she's only relevant. OG Patrice is only relevant if she talks about Jaguar Wright, right? But you relevant. After a year, she's still on here running her mouth. So hold on one second. I want to show y'all something, right? Y'all ready to laugh? She said OG Patrice is only relevant if she talks about Jaguar Wright, right? So let's take a look. That's why I tell you, y'all got to do the real due diligence of looking through these motherfucking shit every now and then. Pay attention to what you're paying attention to. So look here. I'm going to turn this around. I got a little way of doing this. Hold on one second. Now I want y'all to see all this girl's post. This is all her posts right here. Hold on one second. Make sure I get this centered here. But almost every post you're going to see here, Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. She did one right there about the Royals. Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. This is what the truth is right here. Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. Courtney Burgess. Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. And Nutella. Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. Look, I accidentally pressed one of these motherfuckers. Her and Nutella. That's what I call her Nutella. 25 years, you still talking about the same shit, bitch? Come on. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? But disrespectfully than a motherfucker. This bitch from Canada. That don't do that but talk about Jaguar Wright all fucking day long. Look, this bitch talking about, I think that the only reason OG Patrice is talking about motherfucking Jaguars because she clout chasing. This bitch whole catalog ain't I ain't making this shit up because I don't want y'all to think I'm lying on a bitch. You know what I'm saying? This bitch ain't got no original content factory. Look, once again, Jaguar Wright, Jaguar Wright, Jaguar Wright, Jaguar Wright. She has even admittedly come on her own page and said, I'm a clout chaser. But you talk about OG Patrice, bitch, you don't know nothing about no OG Patrice. Shut the fuck up. Look at this bitch. Every post she got, Jaguar Wright. I can't make this shit up. Look, I'm fast forwarding. Remember I showed y'all? This is where y'all gotta go to. Y'all there taking this shit too wrong. 225, y'all gotta do this differently. You understand? See this shit? Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. Jaguar. No, she got her followers off of talking about Jaguar Wright. Look, I'm still going, son. How far back we here? We 2 months back now. 2 months back. We 2 months back now. Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. I can't make this shit up. Or she facilitating some Jaguar Wright beef over there at Captain Kangaroo Atwood's channel. You know what I'm saying? Captain Kangaroo. Over there, Captain Kangaroo Atwood's channel, capping for them to go Nutella again. But everything on here, son, is either Jaguar right related or strictly Jaguar right. Now, right here is when she was talking about the Royals a little bit. But for the past 2 months, at least, I said no minimum of 6 months. But right here, prior to that, you see what she was talking about. She was talking about the royal family and Meghan Markle. You see that? All her what's names were that. Now all of a sudden, 2 months ago, she get it. Look, I'm not making this up. Meghan Markle, Meghan Markle, Meghan Markle, Meghan Markle, Meghan Markle, Meghan Markle. No, this is not repost. This is in her video section. You can't see that? See where the white line is under it? This is her videos. This is not repost. These are her videos. These are her videos. This is a chronological fucking accord of what you talk about. That's why I tell people, just go to my video section. You'll see what I was talking about, what I was on. You'll see my shit consistent. I've always been the same nigga. Shit, Jaguar right to tell you that shit. First thing she coming out, you still talk like that? Yeah, bitch, I still talk like that. For real, she know how I am. And that's why we can respect each other to that much, because I know she gonna be who she gonna be. But you see this? Before that, prior to that, this bitch was talking about the Royal, and how much was she doing views then? 7 months ago, she was doing 591 views. 6 months ago, she did 2.7 views. That looks like the biggest she ever got. She was talking about Meghan Markle. So before this, she was cashing in on Harry and Meghan Markle, but that wasn't making the channel bill. You understand what I'm saying? And she was getting more views talking about Meghan Markle. Look at that one right there. That one got 7.4K views. She was getting more traction talking about Meghan Markle and the royal family. You injected yourself, just like that dude said on the channel, you injected yourself in this like a poison. So now that we got, because I like to be specific. I told you, they call me professional. I talk a little different than y'all, but trust me, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So the first times that she started going ham with Jaguar, hey, listen, the average video with her talking about Jag is 1.8. Bitch ain't even on here talking about Storm and Roll. Ho, you don't know Storm and Roll. Storm and Roll got a video on his page on me, punk motherfucker. But still, bitch, you don't know him. What the fuck you in the conversation for? Like, what the fuck you in the conversation for? The biggest video that she's had talking about, and this is when she started talking about Jag, I see it now. Okay, so when she started talking about Jag was exactly 2 months ago. We talking about this chick, the black owl chick from Canada. You got to figure it out. You understand what I'm saying? Her name on the screen, though. Figure it out. You understand? Now, we see right here, there's Shorty. I don't know how well y'all can see that. Hold on, let me write the screen off. I think that's what it is. I don't use this tablet for streaming, but I was waiting for my phone to charge. Yeah, that should be a little bit better. Nah, that's actually worse. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to take my sleeve and do it. I think I just... Now, because you know how I be. You use a Vaseline and shit, and then I'm touching the top of this bitch. Okay. That's better. Now, I want everybody to see. Now, you see right here, when the Lionel B dude came in, that's when she saw herself peak. Prior to that, she had a video that had 529 views. That was Jaguar related too, because Nutella in it. You understand what I'm saying? But you see the views. The views wasn't shit. It's when she started talking about the Jaguar shit, the views went up. So as you can see, you know what I'm saying? This is when she, like, so y'all know I ain't fooling y'all. All right? Now watch. All of a sudden, she starts talking about Jaguar right. She still talks about the royal family maybe once or twice, but then after that, it goes full Jaguar right. Now the channel is a Jaguar right. Allie Carter, and it slowly does a segue. You see, there's no more royal family. Now it's just Jaguar right. You see what I'm saying? So don't sit there and say about some OG Patrice. Oh, I think she just clout you. I'm gonna let y'all hear what the bitch said yourself. So y'all ain't gotta get mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like people mad at me.
About Too Strong and OJ Patrice?
Oh, no, about anything that you want to, my love. It's your channel.
Yeah, of course. But like OJ Patrice, I think she is just someone that wants to be in front of camera, that people listen to her. Like, you know, she wants to be relevant, but she's not relevant on her own. She's only relevant if she talks about Jaguar right. So with
She's
the
only
recent
relevant if she talk. No, bitch. You only relevant if you talk about Jaguar, right? Because nobody gives a shit what you got to say outside that. Know what I mean? Why are we talking about it? Someone else brought up. Nah, I'm talking about it because something I saw facilitate over there, and it's supposed to be Black History Month, and I ain't seen a single black vlogger. All fucking. See, they all got this trope when they be on their channels. They talking about, yeah, and the black people this and the black people that. Da 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 da. It's Black fucking History Month. Ain't none of these motherfuckers. Thank you very much for saying that at all. None of these motherfuckers have put up a Black History post. We got motherfuckers chiming in from Canada. That bitch I was just showing y'all, she from Canada, and she's a Haitian woman from Canada. She's not even a Canadian. You understand me? She's not even a Canadian. The Canadians are not going to look at her like that. And I'm going to tell you why I know. The other day I did information, and I put up a post about Gil Scott-Heron. All right? I'm a musician, so I'm into like all the old musicians and the new musicians. So I put up this information about Gil Scott-Heron's father, who happened to play for the, the Scottish Football League, I think for like 2 years, which is called Celtic, right? And this is during like the 1950s or something like that. It was a long time back, but it was during the time of whatever. It's the reason I'm telling you that. He came back with a Scottish wife and everything else, or whatever the case may be, or whatever. But he still paid acknowledgement to where he was from, and he moved to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Where Gil Scott-Heron and all of them are from. Shout out to y'all giving birth to such a remarkable man. You understand what I'm saying? Also, the Midwest, I'm gonna give y'all props for the what was the brothers called? The New Poets, the Last Poets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to hear this shit, because this is shit my moms and all of them used to play. So I used to hear this shit coming up, so I knew what it was about. I told you, my mom, man, you just do not know. It was all on that pro-Africa shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I'm dead serious. People don't believe that. Like, we had the wicker chair, we had the fucking peacock owl, we had all that shit. Black power fucking fists in the fucking thing, and people don't believe me. I'm just like, nah, this is how we grew up for a partition of our life. We knew about this shit. And to this day, I try to defend it and talk about the real about it. And these motherfuckers, they don't want to listen to that. So I've gotten frustrated. I'm like, okay, I have to take this for what it is. At some point, you have to say, okay, the culture has taken a pivot and switched. It's not the same culture anymore. And now we got outside entities coming in that also have the same complexion as you, but don't give a fuck about the game like you. Because it's not them. You already Black super. Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know exactly what that means, but I appreciate it. I think you meant it in good faith. I just, yeah, I'm fed up with it. I'm really fed up with it. Like, I've been sitting here, and I've been thinking about this shit. I was thinking about it like last night I was going to go live again, and I was like, I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I waited. Nah, because I would have went live last night, it would have came off wrong. You know what I'm saying? But, and there's the Cash App pin right there. Let me put my phone up. I'm good right now. I'm gonna keep that bitch beside me. What time is it? 1:20. We good. All right. I won't even go that far because I'm half of that. You know, she's Caribbean, and so it's like, and coincidentally, Haiti and Cuba are like literally perpendicular from each other and geographically. So, you know, like, I just think it's disrespectful that you're on your channel and you're facilitating arguments. This morning she facilitated an argument. She invited a man to come up on her channel, really taunted a man. You know what I'm saying? Wish I could. I need bread. I hear you, man. Don't worry about it. They all tell me that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. My Cash App is pinned on the screen if y'all want to fuck with me. Wait a minute. Get it right, because Haitian is not Caribbean for me. Haitian is Caribbean. Haitian is Caribbean. My daughter's mother was Haitian. You know, I'm still in touch with that family to this day. Il a déjà passé en vous sentant. Ça va, oui? On compris. But, yeah, I'm also around a lot of Haitian people. I was just with somebody Haitian last night. Real Haitian people. You know what I mean? Not fake Haitian people. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't come. The Haitians I know are very different. Very. These Haitians, like my daughter's mother, for example, she was straight from Haiti. She was born in Port-au-Prince. You know what I'm saying? All her younger siblings, except for Two of them were born in Port-au-Prince. You know what I mean? That's peace, God, peace. So you know that's what it is. So I've been around Haitians like that all my life. I ate bouillon. You know what I'm saying? So I ate all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was in a Haitian woman's home. You know what I'm saying? I stayed in a Haitian woman's home when my daughter was pregnant with my kid. You know what I mean? I had a Haitian funeral for my child. Almost everybody that showed up was Haitian. You understand what I'm saying? So I know this community very well. So that's why I know the difference between when I talk to a fake Haitian, I talk to a real Haitian. I even know the tiers of different Haitians because there's certain Haitians that think they're better than other Haitians in Haiti. And then they'll come to America and get the opportunity to really exploit that. Then there's a certain type of Haitians that are political. You'll find more of them in Miami. You understand what I'm saying? Then you'll have a certain type of Haitian that's just like wants to be a dignitary, wants to be European. That's the most of them you find throughout Europe, or you'll find them in fucking Canada. They're always in Canada. Not all the Haitian community up there, but the Haitian community in Canada is very different from the ones in the States. Very different. They're not the same type of people. And old Maggie Poo, she knows that. You understand what I'm saying? The type of Haitian you're trying to be an educated Haitian that is sits on a pivot, but what you don't understand beneath it all, and even the conversation that you had when you were beefing over there before, them white boys don't fuck with you like that. You understand what I'm saying? Nah. With a man, they gotta respect a man or there's physical attributes that can come along with that if you dig, smell me. But with women, nah, it's all about fear. It's all about fear. So anyway, back to the example and minded words of Fat Joe. I'd rather the fear than the love. The fear lasts longer. You see what I'm saying? For real. Shout out to Fat Joe. Shit. I wish I would tear down a nigga from the Bronx. I wish I would. Listen, if you looking for me to tear down a nigga from east, west side of Harlem, or the Bronx, South, or Central Bronx, it ain't happening. Not on this channel. I got too much history with the ex. I don't give a fuck nigga dead raw unless he touched the kid or some shit like that, or you know what I mean, took out some old woman in the commencement of a robbery or robbed some old people. I ain't saying shit about no nigga in the Bronx. I still be in the Bronx to this day. On the block. What you talking about? I'm one of the few that's allowed to stand around at 4 o'clock in the morning and talk about shit. Oh, that's just you know what I'm saying? I had literally I've been on camera. A nigga did that before. He was like, yo, son, who's about to get it's nigga, what up? Like that's literally happened on my camera. He was like, yo, son, I was about to rob your ass. That shit was looking good, right? I said, you would have tried it, nigga. We joke like that. Shout out to the X, man. Shout out to Harlem. Shout out to Brooklyn. Nah, that ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them sucking niggas that get online and try to talk to everybody in different cities about what's going on in New York. Shout out to y'all sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all. Everything will be taken to the court, though. We gathering some names, and I had to put that in the frequency. I'm like, yo, you know, this is a lot of niggas in New York reaching out to niggas over here, over there, over here, over here with bad intentions. They ain't even reaching out to other podcasters to be like, yo, listen, let me talk to you for a second. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Lady Sparkle? What's going on? I don't know who this was talking about S Week in his. I don't know who the fuck that was. But I got it pinned up there. Thank you too. I appreciate it. Lady Sparkle Swoon, y'all go check out her page. She always come in here and support me or whatever. I don't put nobody out there. If you funny about the LBGT community or whatever, don't go over there. Don't go over there harassing them or none of that shit right there, whatever. They good folks. They always show love, you know what I'm saying? So I want to show the love back, and I done went over there and like, I don't want to, you know, certain eyes be looking and shit like that, and people you be talking about, so I don't need them niggas over here. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I already got enough niggas over here to deal with, coming in talking all that twinkle toe shit, but I appreciate you, and I just want to let you know I appreciate you, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And your whole quick community come through sometimes, whatever, and you know what I mean? Shows love too. You already know NYC shit, tri-state shit, man. How else it's supposed to be? That's why I was sitting here at the store. I was like, I don't like this suck ass shit because I be catching a whole bunch of niggas that been online talking to podcasters in California, talking to podcasters over here, over there, over here. So I'm like, yeah, yeah, and this is what they doing out there. Listen, let me put you on. I'm like, yo, nigga, you in the town though. You out here like, You understand what I'm saying? So that's the same thing I was sitting there talking about. I was like, hey, you got your mind. You think I'm snitching on some niggas from the Bronx or snitching on some niggas from the East. And you ain't able to do that off with your head, man. You telling on the town? Like, nah, that don't move with me. Give me a second, yo. I'm gonna say this. I just had to get that out though. He said, that's why I like listening to you. Learning something every time I watch. I appreciate that, man. Shit, I'd be up here a lot more. I was about to do a joint today. I might do it just off the cuff of my own. You know what I'm saying, for y'all. But I gotta have a little group meeting real quick with some folks about something. But other than that, I might do that. I might do that. I don't know. But yeah, nobody they only black. What I'm up here having a conversation about many people that are lost or whatever. I'm up here having a conversation on how I see specifically the urban community on a daily basis get online, and they have these conversations that always end up with arguing. I saw a woman today, and you know, many of these women that get online, and it's not to be obnoxious enough, but it's the truth. Many of these women get online, they preach these dialogues of being so peaceful. They preach these dialogues of being so understanding. They preach these dialogues of a litany of different things, but what you mainly see all the time is them always involved in some type of either facilitation or argument, in the act of an argument. They beefing with somebody, they threatening somebody, they telling somebody, yo, we'll put your kid's name out there, they interviewing people's kids, they there's all kinds of crazy shit. And this is all being facilitated by women, and it's hard to get men on your side with it because of pure simple fact, most of the men, they've been raised by women, so they act just like their mama. And their mama's intuition is, I'm not wrong. I must defend. You ever notice that shit? You say something about one of these bitches, the motherfucking sisterhood come out in full force. I don't care if it is true. You can't say that. You a man. The fuck, bitch? I can say that in the solace of society. You are a danger. Crazy, man. I appreciate that compliment, though. A couple people have said that to me. Thank you. Yeah, we be bullying and harassed by catfish by 55-year-olds. They trying to get us off of YouTube. But it's crazy. They doing that to me right now. As I'm live with you right now, the reason y'all saw my views go down like that, they'll go back up in a second, is because somebody went out, came back in, and flagged my channel. That's what they do over here. They don't like something you saying, or you saying something to get out to the glasses or whatever that's not about beefing or arguing. Isn't that weird? You understand what I'm saying? Don't y'all find that weird? If you're not beefing, arguing, facilitating a fight or something like that, motherfuckers want to flag your channel. We gonna take you. I had a nigga come in here one day, we gonna take you down. I had somebody come in here just yesterday, and they said, every time I see you go live, I'm reporting it. That's what they said. They said it right here in the chat. I took a screenshot of this shit. I said, wow, that's crazy. So you so mad about what I said that you went and you gonna report my channel every time I go live. All right, cool. And you know, it would just be like that. Only thing I had to do, listen, this is how easy it is. And I could have got probably like 7 of y'all motherfuckers channels removed if I was on the same shit, but I'm not. But just to prove a point, it only take me, matter of fact, I could do it today. Today, in the conversation I'm gonna have today later on, which is none of y'all business, we're having a conversation about coffee and coffee brands. The conversation I'm having later on today, it could be taken as, yo, listen, by Friday, I want them 3 channels gone. It would be that easy. And it would be easy. It would be me saying it and then the facilitation of one phone call. If you know, you know. Jag know. Don't you, Jag? And you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm probably not the guy you want to fuck with when it comes to shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? I worked very hard for my channel. I don't come on here fucking with people. I don't come on here starting shit with people. I just report on what I see. And what I saw today was I saw a young woman from Canada that is often so many times in the middle of conversations that have absolutely nothing to do with her, to the point of the woman that she's talking about is even coming on the podcast, as Huggy did yesterday, talking about, what you talking about now? Bitch, I'm from the New York City tri-state. When a bitch say to you, bitch, what you talking about now? Bitch, what you talking about now? That's what she said. This is a woman too much, shorty, about nothing. You understand? So Diddy, when I tell you, you will be just amazed at how these people are acting. She was also one of the head facilitators the other day with the, which is ironic right now. She was also one of the head commentators the other day, and I guess she was trying to like they kind of piggyback off each other. She was one of the main facilitators in the conversation about Jay-Z the other day and how Jay-Z had gotten off. The case had been dismissed. And so automatically, the first thing she did was she went just like a couple other ones. They went straight to this is not a victory. He's still guilty. And there's some other charges coming. I know it. I know it. I know it. And they was just pushing that narrative. Those people have nothing but hate in their hearts. Keep doing you, bro. I tried to, man. Jalen, this nigga's in here that flagged me. This like literally, there was a nigga that came in here yesterday. There was two of them. One of those niggas was Drew White, and then there was another motherfucker. He came in behind Drew White. Said, every time you go live, we gonna hit report. I said, wow, for real, nigga? What I said to you? What I said to you? You don't never hear me jump on here to start fucking with niggas. That's why you see my fucking licks go down like that, my numbers. Cause niggas is literally flagging me as I'm live. That's crazy. It's also that chick, Lisa Smells. She tried to say real slick in one of her videos the other day. Yeah, and even if you're mentioning my name, bitch, I can interpret you. That's what you do. That's what you get on your channel. So I wish you would try to raise up, bitch. For real. I wish you would. Fuck this YouTube shit, bitch. I want to see you suffer. For real. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. I want to see that bitch suffer because she's another one. I'm trying to tell you there's a litany of these fucking girls out here that are just horrible fucking people. They're just horrible fucking people. But back to this other chick. You understand what I'm saying? And listen, some people get scared the way I talk or whatever. I do. I know she's going to end up in the courtroom. And all that hot shit she be saying on her channel, we're going to see if that shit hold up. All that. If your name is Judge William Combs, do that shit in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? If your name is Judge William Combs, you know what I mean? Do that shit in the courtroom. Because that's where you headed, ho. That's where you headed. All that kiki, he, that shit cute. That shit cute. You know what I'm saying? That shit real cute. But the shit this bitch just said on her channel, listen, she was another one that was trying to walk it back. Oh, Lisa Smells. I know I meant to say something about her. I'm glad I thought about it. So Lisa Smells did the same thing as the chick from Canada did. She went on her channel. Not only did she misrepresent, well, I won't say Lisa misrepresented it, but the Canadian chick did. But cause she did get that part right. One part she lied about from hearing me, when she turned around, she said, I knew about this last week. No, you didn't, bitch. No, you didn't. Don't nobody fucking know you. Stop lying. You knew about it last week. If you knew about it last week, you would have spoke about it last week. I spoke about shit before it happened. I told you, I said, not this week, but next. I said it very specifically. I said, not this week, but next week, y'all gonna have a big surprise. And then, ba-da, you know what I'm saying? So to compete with that, she tried to tell her audience the same type of shit. You a lying bitch. You a lying bitch. And as I'm sitting here live right now, this bitch is in here and she'll hit report. That's how they play. You understand what I'm saying? They soft. They soft. Y'all know damn well I be having way more people in my chat room than this. Shit, I already did 300 and 400. I think it was 391,000 views this month, and I got 17 people in my chat room. Y'all don't find that funny? That's what somebody's flagging me as I'm live. Motherfuckers so scared of me, bro. They scared of a nigga. That shit crazy. What you scared of? Huh? If I wasn't saying shit that was real, why you so worried about it? I don't be worried about niggas say shit, but I just block you, get your fuck up out of here. If you say something too hard, you know what I mean? But anyway, let me go back to Shorty. So Shorty goes on her channel, and she turns around and she says to everybody, I say 3 or 4 weeks out coming up, she was always supporting Bugsby. Bugsby was her man. He taking everybody down. Bugsby this, Bugsby that, Bugsby this, Tony Bugsby that, Tony Bugsby this. This was on her page every fucking day, if not other day. And this was her pedestal to stand on as these charges were being filed against Puff and Diddy and everybody. She kept reading Tony Bugsby, Tony Bugsby. That was her mans. That's your mans in them, right, Shorty? And so this is why I don't like the bitch. And so when this shit get dismissed with Jay-Z, she turns around and now she's trying to change the score. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what really happened was with her good lawsuit reading ass, and she get off that little she get a PDF off that little website. I told y'all, stop letting these people make them think. Listen, spread this out to the crew. These motherfuckers are not getting exclusive information. So when you're going over there, you're donating to them with y'all dumb asses. When y'all go over there donating these people, because like, oh my God, he's got exclusive information. You have access to that information too. It's a website that literally gives you people, motherfucker, like you got to put in the city, the date, all that, the jurisdiction. You got to be very specific, but it'll give you motherfucking listings of what the basic orifices is of that person's case or whatever. It's available to all the public. It's a U.S. database. They ain't got no access to shit. Get the fuck out of here. We go, so motherfuckers want to slow down my money. I'm slowing down everybody's money. How about that? Let's do that. You want to slow down my money? I'm going to slow down your money too. It's a fraud. Them motherfuckers go on a free website, okay? A free .gov website that'll give you motherfucking information. You understand what I'm saying? On that state or that person's case. It's public information. Y'all giving motherfuckers though, oh my God, I can't believe you got all this information, Lisa Smells. The bitch got it off a PDF off of fucking internet. She ain't special. She ain't got no special access. And none of these other motherfuckers doing the same thing. Barney Rubble Popcorn Planet over there, none of them. Another fraud exposed. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, it should be crazy out here. Hold on one second, y'all. I got to keep doing this because somebody keep... That's probably Pork Chop, too. Pork Chop, I already know the people be flagging me. Pork Chop, Little Bubble Gum. He was in here yesterday, so I know he be flagging me. And there's like 3 or 4 other ones of them. They just keep on flagging. Y'all gonna keep flagging my channel, and even if it ain't you, I'm gonna come over to your channel and do the same fucking thing. I don't do that shit, but trust me, it can happen. So I will fall back from that shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's a weak man's way of playing games or whatever. You want to meet up and do something, we could do that. But don't be a pussy and sit up here flagging somebody's shit. I don't flag y'all shit. What you flagging my shit for, you cump ass motherfucker? Fucking cucks. That is freaking amazing here. Sit up here flagging somebody's shit. I had somebody the other day sit up here and try to say my video was theirs again. That's the other one too. They'll try to say that you're not in the video. It's actually them in the video. Shit is cool. Anyway, I'm going to continue here, end this off or whatever. Now I got to head the fuck up on out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't be sitting in the spot too long. Well, I ain't making no money. Fuck all that shit. Because these niggas, these subscribers I got, they ain't giving out a dime. I got it. And one thing, if you a subscriber that donates to people or spends money, please hit up my Cash App. You understand? Because I don't have very good, I won't go that far and say I don't have very good subscribers, but I don't have people that are in a financial situation where they can donate, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like how can I say it? My followers I have are a little bit more on the poor side, it seems, you know, not financially equipped as much as everybody else or whatever. So, you know, it is what it is, and we try to facilitate things or whatever. I want to go live for y'all again somewhere special today, but if y'all don't want to be, if y'all want to be part of that, somebody, at least 3 people got to hit up the Cash App. I'm guaranteed it'll be worth it. You know what I'm saying? I think your mind will be blown. And if you're familiar with me and the type of YouTube shit that I give, the YouTube experience I give versus these other sucker ass niggas that sit in their bedroom all day and collect Cash Apps off of downloading PDFs. I done gave y'all the game. Y'all still like, look, I've been here 5 years. I done gave y'all the game. And y'all still like, I'm like, what the fuck does it take? Like, you don't get it? You know what I'm saying? We got a chick that was literally facilitating a beef this morning, and this bitch got several Cash Apps after that. I think a lot of it has to do with gender, too. Like, if you're a female and you're sitting up there fighting and arguing or whatever, the men will come in and donate. The bitches will come in and donate. You understand what I'm saying? If you're a woman that gets up and you just facilitate beefs and talk about, why is everybody beefing, and you right in the middle of it, there's a chance of possibility you ain't about shit either. But what I don't like is, I don't like when somebody comes in, they only been a podcaster for a year, and you come in here and you're talking about fucking OG Patrice like she ain't shit, and you the shit. Bitch, don't nobody know you. We know OG Patrice. We don't fucking know you, bitch. And you're a nobody to know. Like I said, it looked like she lived with a family or something. Tell her to show us a lease. Those people have nothing but hate in their heart. Keep doing you, bro. I feel you, man. But yeah, we about to leave this shit alone. That's why I went back to just doing uploads for a minute. You know what I'm saying? About y'all, the other reasons. Because I was like, most of my followers, they ain't even got a couple of dollars to really donate to me. Like I got a lot of people that, and I'm not making fun of nobody. I'm just saying I got a lot of people that follow me that don't have a lot of money. And so I get that, but that's why I say if you new here, and you're a person that donates, please subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We do great work over here. Go look at the archives. You'll see what I'm talking about. Look at the past lives. See where we was at. You know? These niggas would rather donate to a woman in Canada during Black History Month who facilitated the argument and the fight and the bickering and sat back and laughed with 3 Black Americans. That lets you know, man. I don't know. We just ain't on the same. Yeah, we ain't on the same coaster. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up on off of here because it's just gonna be more. You know, they always got an excuse for something too. Well, the reason we did it because you know they're gonna always have an excuse. They'll defend white men before they defend their own men. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. As far as that's concerned. Unfortunately, y'all. I won't be going live from where I'm going today. It's just lack of donations or whatever. I got to teach a thing here. You know what I'm saying? I was going to do a thing with the pay. Oh, yeah, let me explain that. I was going to do a thing with the membership thing. Somebody suggested that to me or whatever. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do the paid membership thing. I don't want to do none of that. I really like to just offer it to y'all guys as just like donation basis or whatever. But obviously, through so much compromise, meaning that people are flagging me as soon as I go live. There's a couple people trying to take down my channel. They're very upset that I get so many views. So there's a couple people that try to take down the channels. A couple people have tried to flag. There's outside conversations that don't donate to. This total sabotage within a group of people that claim they're obsessed, which means Black Americans. It's very odd to me, very odd. But nevertheless, we keep pushing on. We keep progressing or whatever. And I'm going to get up on out of here because it's getting late. And I got to be where I be at 4. Oh, yeah. I got to be where I got to be at 4. So, yeah, man, y'all have a great day. Unfortunately, like I said, I won't be podcasting with y'all, at least not from that location, giving y'all privy to that. But, yeah, I don't want to do the membership thing or whatever. So I think the best option for me to do is if I know I'm going somewhere or I got something, just keep everything like this, bedroom. Because these niggas are making thousands of dollars by sitting in their bedroom facilitating fights. This bitch sits in her living room. She used to be in a little closet, the chick from up there in Canada, and she literally sits in her living room like this. Phone shaking every 5 minutes like that and shit. Only reason my shit is shaking because I'm using my tablet instead of my phone. I was charging my phone. And this bitch is able to make thousands of dollars while using a fake personality. Like, this is the one that sells too, and a lot of people will donate to you if you talk like this. If you talk like, hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? This is a sure, shy way. Hold on, let me share this so everybody know and get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? I get this out the way real quick. Okay, y'all, so if y'all hear a motherfucker talk like this, right? Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Great. Enchante, everybody. God bless. Jesus loves it. They start talking like Tiny Tim from fucking Christmas Carol and shit. God bless us, everyone. They start talking like Tiny Tim from fucking Christmas Carol. You know you didn't just walked up on some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's funny as fuck to me. You know, a lot of people say I'm this, I'm that, and the other and the third or whatever. I grew up around Greeks and Italians, a lot of them. And I know how to sniff out bullshit when I see it. You know what I'm saying? And just because you don't see it, I see it. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of bullshit going on as far as concerned with the urban market. And that's why I said, Puff, if you was out right now, you would be disgusted. I know you're already disgusted and surprised how these niggas talk about you, but you'd be really disgusted. You know what I'm saying? I heard Jay-Z actually put down in a statement the disgusting thing. You know, him and his wife, they bonded out, motherfuckers. When y'all was having the motherfucking, when people got arrested for, what was it, the protesting and shit back in the day, Jay-Z and Beyonce bonded motherfuckers out. None of these niggas that's talking about these people, like, that's what reality is. None of these people that's talking about them came to the rescue. Ask them what they were doing that same year. Did they front any of the money for any of the bails for them people? You know, Luigi Niaggio, whatever, this is how fucked up the United States is now. That Luigi dude that did the hit on the CEO, this motherfucker has raised $400,000 from white people, mostly. White Americans. They raised $400,000 for his defense fund. I'm going to say that to you again. This is how fucked up America is, where you can't be a guy that's telling the truth. The truth is looked upon as frown because it doesn't have any excitement with it. This Luigi character dude, right? This dude literally has raised $400,000 towards his defense campaign. All right? This is a murderer that we've seen on camera, and niggas ain't got nothing to say about that. They just want us to focus on the nickels. We gotta get that Kanye out of here. We gotta get that Jay-Z out. We gotta get Diddy. These people are messing up society, but a motherfucker that killed a man. And I was there, like I was there on the scene filming with the motherfucking press. Go back and look, you'll see. Just put my name in it, put Luigi Mogion or whatever. Put my name first, put his name after that, it's gonna come up. You'll see I was there on the scene of it. That's why I said I slowed down doing a lot of stuff I was doing, because people have a preference to donate to people in Canada and England before their own people. Doing Black History Month out of all places. How about that, huh? I hope white folks is watching this too. These motherfuckers don't have my back, dog. You think I depend on them to have my back? You crazy? Hell no. Biggest acknowledgement you could have is knowing that you're by yourself. If you look like me and you're a man, know that you're by yourself. African Americans don't look out for me. They only look out for women. Even the men, they look out for women because they were raised by single women. So they look out for women naturally. Oh, they love coming after a little bit. It makes them feel like a man because they never felt like a man before. So when they go over and they take off, mama, makes them feel like a man. The psychology behind these niggas is deep. Trust me when I tell you. Oh, I know a nigga like the back of my hand, so that's why I don't expect nothing from them. I know when they do things and they do something for somebody, they usually do it because there's a negative connotation attached along with it. Well, I know how niggas are. You ain't got to tell me about how Black Americans are. I know exactly how they are. They love destruction. They love destruction. Why you think they're focused on Jay-Z, Diddy, and Kanye and who they may or not having sex with outside the whole culture as a whole? They care nothing about the culture. They care about salacicism. They care about their fucking, what's the name? And don't tell me anything different and don't get upset with what I say because I saw 2 or 3 of them log off. Okay, bitch, tell me somebody that you know that's one of your favorite bloggers has had a podcast up entirely dedicated to Black History Month. I'll wait. You can write it in the chat room right now. Tell me one name or one of your favorite bloggers right now that's had a Black History post up in the past 30 days. Go ahead. Shoot it now. Go ahead. I'll wait. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. I love catching them out here like this. And don't worry, y'all can continue flagging my shit. I know you don't want people to hear the truth about you. I'd flag me too if I was telling the truth about these niggas. I flag me too. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Anybody, you got a favorite podcaster of yours? Exactly. See the hypocrite shit behind it? These people are hypocrites, dog. And they hate each other. I keep trying to tell y'all that. This new segment of African Americans that you have, they hate each other. I don't give a fuck what they tell you. I've heard them damn near say it out their own mouth. They hate each other. And if you're around or subscribing yourself to people that hate each other in one way, a degree or another, you're always going to lose. You're always going to lose. I even, at this point, I mean, shit, what's a nigga come on here and say that shit, right? So why can I say it? And y'all can follow along if y'all want to, I have come to the conclusion it's not beneficial for me, and I'm just saying me, and what I want to leave behind as a legacy, right? Me. It's not beneficial for me based on the current stature of the society and the culture and the way it is. I'm talking about Black culture specifically. It is not beneficial for myself, and I'm just saying myself, for me to go about and have a child with a Black woman. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not because a Black woman is not good enough. No. Quite the opposite of that. I had a child by a Black woman before, even though she's Haitian. No, it's not that. It's the social order in which you exist within that. In Black culture, and I believe most of white culture too nowadays, there are more negative people within those two cultures than there are positive people within those two cultures. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when I add in and I talk about the niggas, I'm also out talking about the poor white trash as part of separatist groups. That group that was down there in Ohio or whatever, and they had a small contingency of Black men and women down there with their rifles to fend them off. Later on, we're now finding out that separatist group, that white poor right separatist group, was brought there and escorted there by the local Cincinnati police. Ain't a nigga on here talked about that yet during Black History Month. They didn't even pay homage to the defense line that they had. You notice that other people from other states didn't flood in there and they said, let me assist you. They were by themselves, that small contingency of people. And had they just had, those white boys that had just 30 more people, they probably could have took them over. It might have been a slaughter out there. This happened during Black History Month. They did that to insult you. You didn't get it. No, we're gonna talk about Jay-Z, Diddy, and Kanye. Kanye breaking up with his wife. Make that a head story. Not the niggas is pulling out their rifles. Listen, y'all following behind and listening to nerds, losers, niggas ain't never been in the field for the most part at an 80% ratio. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if y'all want to continue to do that, y'all do that. It's fine. It's fine. I don't even care. If you want to continue to financially support people like that, it's fine. But for me, I'm not going. If that's the way they are now, I can imagine when my child. I'm gonna be an old father, so I can imagine when my child hit 18. No, fuck that. By the time he hit 14, how he's gonna realize his world is within this diaspora of people that are literally demonic at this point. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like, if you wake up in the morning 10 a.m. and the first thing you got to offer is an argument. You understand what I'm saying? I look at you in a different way. I look at you as you demonic. If you wake up early in the morning and the first thing you got to do in your podcast as a woman is facilitate an argument with the public, it lets me know, well, if you got in a relationship with somebody, that's the same thing you would do then. You would keep an argument going on. I keep trying to take the behavior that you see these people, like, for example, one of the dudes that came on the show today with the old girl from Canada, you know what I'm saying, the black owl chick, dude said, yo, your man's got a mental problem and he's documented as having a mental problem. How can he call himself a psychologist or a psychiatrist? Either or they would pretending to do or whatever. And I said, damn, that nigga do got a point. You know what I'm saying? So I said, because I said this previously, I said a lot of these people that y'all listening to, seemingly, if you really pay attention to them, a lot of these people seem like they got mental problems. Guess who back behind it? Magic, the black owl chick, back behind it. She said, I have mental problems too. I said, bitch, it ain't, you don't say. Bitch, you don't say. Because I can look at you and tell you got mental problems. Anybody that copy somebody else, anybody that was acting their self before other people came into circumference with them or whatever, now they start acting out the attributes of the people that came in circumference with them, there's something fucking wrong with you. Yeah, there's something fucking wrong with you. I don't care what nobody say. You understand what I'm saying? And these niggas, American niggas over there donating to this bitch. Like she's some fucking somebody. I'm like, this bitch is a nobody. Nobody knows her. But she got the most to say. So them little idiots she got over there following her, they believe anything. I could tell them people over there, they ain't too bright. They ain't asking even the right questions. Like, bitch, how do you know? Let's start there. When somebody just say to her in the chat, bitch, how do you know? I just want somebody to say that one time, you know? That'd be sufficient for me. But nobody's going to do that because of the love of mama. They love the mama too much. Mama. You can't talk to no black woman like that, mama. Mama. I almost feel like that black cop and motherfucking Boys in the Hood. That's right, call your mama. Call for your mama. Little bitch ass. No, that was a baby boy, my fault. That's right, call for your mama. 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 I ain't never seen so many motherfuckers in a generation talk about their mamas and come to the defense of wayward chicks in my motherfucking life. Oh, you gotta watch for these super simps out there. It's simps and then there's some super simps. Super simps are like these niggas that built like Positive Brother Hakeem from the after school program. Uh-oh, it's a black woman that need my defense. You gotta be prepared to drop one of them niggas. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, as a rule of cord, be prepared to drop one of them big Positive Hakeem, brother. You know the drop I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? And don't miss. Don't miss. Don't miss. You understand what I'm saying? I'll just leave it there. Yeah, I don't do them Positive Hakeem niggas. They backpedaling now, Jalen. That's what I was saying the other day when I was over there at this Lisa Smells bitch page. She backpedaling now. She was an avid, like the niggas act like they don't get it. And then there's niggas that's actually sitting in here listening to me right now that don't like me. They're listening to me because most of them have their own podcasts or whatever. And I blame nobody else but you two. I'm like, nigga, you YouTube, y'all don't know, the algorithm has changed. So what they're doing now, they're giving strangers access to us. People we might not necessarily fuck with. And now these people have access to us and we don't even know who the fuck they are. That's why I need a system where I can look at the names in my chat room and say, hey, I don't fuck with you. I know you're from this channel. I know you're this blogger. I know you, and we can't do that after almost 15, 16 fucking years. We still on this fucking app can't see. But from since 2013, you go live on Facebook, you can see everybody that come in that motherfucker. I think this is specifically, they do this for no other reason. How the fuck you gonna ramp up now strangers coming to our podcast that don't have any type of money, don't do any type of donation, don't offer anything to the conversation? Most of them are fucking haters and they're just sitting here listening to you. You understand? That's why I coattail, I jump around shit. I have to confuse the niggas that's listening to me because most of these motherfuckers, they're vloggers. You understand what I'm saying? They have no intention of donating, supporting you, or nothing like that. They automatically look at me as the enemy because I worked at Bad Boy for 17 years. You understand what I'm saying? I'm automatically looked at as the enemy. So I know who I am to them. I don't worry about that. But what I tell you is pay attention. The reason I made a statement like that, and I said I would not have a preference of having a black American child in my family, because look at how they treating me. So what you think they're going to do to my son or my daughter? If they don't like something she say, they'll come after her too. They'll come after her with the same veracity as the Klan come at you. That's what they showing me. So nah, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. And I encourage more of you African American guys, go find somebody else as a wife. These are not good women. These women don't like y'all. Many of them like each other. You know, a vast majority of them, and I've told y'all to go look it up, a vast majority of them are hidden lesbians, to be quite honest with you. A lot of these girls that are online, they're misandrous and lesbians. You understand? I look at the old girl, what's her name? The Magic Poo bitch from Canada. To me, it looked like you got a crush on Jaguar. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let me put it this way. If Jag say, hey, I need you to do something, what? Come put your face in this pumpkin pie. You understand what I'm saying? She gonna go put her face in that pumpkin pie. She look doofy enough to do it anyway. Okay, Jack, anything for you. You know, goofy ass bitch. So I'm just like, she full goofy, nigga. Y'all know that. Y'all know that that's the type of goofy bitch you meet at the club at like 12:30 at night and be like, all right, bitch, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all right, bitch, come on. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk too much. You know what I mean? Just be quiet, let it happen. You know what I mean? She one of them type of bitches. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Wake up the next morning with her. Hey, are we gonna go out tonight again? I was like, yeah, you show, bitch. I'm gonna meet you at the same spot. Don't worry about it. You coming over there, bitch? I say I'll be over there. I'll be over there, bitch. God damn it, shit. You know what I'm saying? Have your little flame with her or something like that. That ain't no bitch you take serious as a wife or some shit like that. You automatically don't have to take her serious as a wife. The only thing the bitch do is sit around and talk all fucking day. Who the fuck want to be with a bitch like that? I can't stand chatterbox assholes. I hate them. I hate them. And most men do. I don't like no bitch that talk all the fucking time, especially if you unnecessarily talking. You understand what I'm saying? That's why there's a certain type of Latino woman I won't even date either. Like, bejas that talk all fucking day and ain't talking about shit. I'm like, y'all, get the fuck away from me. I don't like bitches like that. I don't like bitches like that. It's one thing having a conversation. I don't want some fucking beja that just sits around and gossiping. What happened? Oh, nothing. The wind is blowing hard now. You know what that means, right? You know the person that lives on the third floor? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how Latinos be doing this shit. So, like, I don't like them types either. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like no bitches that be online and shit, like this gossiping all the time or whatever. You could just tell their character. All right, if this bitch is online gossiping every day about niggas she don't know, what you think she gonna do to a nigga she do know? Oh, you don't know? I say it for you again for the slow people in the back and the tides. If this bitch is online every day talking shit about men she don't know, i.e. Kanye, Jay-Z, Diddy, what the fuck you think this bitch gonna say about you? If you involved with her. These bitches, like if you're a female blogger right now, you giving a nigga a whole track record of why not to fuck with you in a fucking relationship. That's why you see most of the bitches get up over here gossiping. Don't you notice most of them don't have boyfriends or husbands? It's only a small minority of them that have boyfriends or husbands. And most of the time it's because a boyfriend or husband, he's a cuck. He ain't got nowhere to go. He ain't on a leash. You got to sit there and listen to that shit. Or the nigga really love the bitch, one of the two. But, you know what I'm saying, for and in between. Most of these hoes that be gossiping and shit, pay attention. Most of them don't have nobody so significant other. That's one thing I found out. Most of them don't have a significant other. Like, they don't have no boyfriend. They don't have a little nigga they fucking, no nothing. You see how 5 motherfuckers just jumped off here when I said that? It's them bitches. You notice how 5 motherfuckers jumped off here when I said that? It's them bitches. Told you I be having haters watching me. That shit is new to me right now. I got haters watching me. That's crazy. When they pop out the chat like that, that means they went to go flag me, and then they went to go come back and see if it worked. Keep telling y'all, these niggas mentally ill, son. All these people gonna say when Diddy is found innocent, there's gonna be a lot of eating crow and backpedaling. Yeah, the bitch is trying to backpedal on the Jay-Z shit. You know, and I'm not saying Jay-Z, bitch, you was sitting up here talking all kinds of shit about Jay-Z. Like, this bitch Lisa Smells was talking about Jay-Z, like her and Jay-Z go back, like they friends. They've been cool for years. I was like, yo, bitch, we ain't even been around Jay that much. You understand what I'm saying? That was actually in the music industry. That was a hard nigga to get access to. So as I'm sitting here and I'm listening to Lisa Smells and a whole bunch of these other vloggers, they talking about Jay-Z. This ain't a victory for Jay-Z. I said, how the fuck is it not a victory? I'm not going to head of prosecution. That's a fucking victory, bitch. It's a victory. I'm not spending money now on a case. It's a victory that now my motherfucking reputation is not tarnished, dragged in the mud for the next couple of months in order to get me out of my motherfucking financial situation. What the fuck you mean it's not a win, bitch? Everything about it's a win. That's why I know you ain't never been in nothing real before. Any nigga that know that you got an upcoming case that could lose you millions of dollars if it goes along with prosecution, you already know, get the case dismissed, that is a fucking win. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Jay-Z did have a win, and I'm going to stay content on that. Jay-Z did have a win, and I think, you know what I'm saying, our G, he going to have his day too. You understand what I'm saying? But for right now, I got to play the point of neutrality just in case. I don't know what the court may have in proceedings to adjudicate, or maybe not adjudicate. But anyway, don't y'all worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's something else. Anyway, listen, my point is here, you got these women in particular that are hopping online every day, and it seems the only thing they're doing is facilitating arguments, fights, beefs, everything else. And then you got this contingency of men behind them. I just lost 4 motherfuckers when I said women. You notice they never like you to talk about them, but they want to be the judge and the standing points on everybody else. But these women are so much misandrous. If you not a brown-nosing, kiss-ass motherfucker, they do not want to hear nothing you say. If you're not a brown-nosing, ass-kissing motherfucker that thinks on his own, they do not want to talk to you. If you're not a brown-nosing, ass-kissing motherfucker to go along with their narrative, which is most of the time false, but y'all not paying attention to, Lisa Smells over there got proven totally wrong. You was one of the top advocates, Lisa Smells. So I'm like, yeah, Jay-Z's over. That's how she got. It's over for Jay-Z. It's over for Jay-Z. It's over for this person. It's over. That's all they do is celebrate that during Black History Month. You understand what I'm saying? Making it harder for your daddy, making it harder for your uncle, making it harder for some of y'all bitches, your sons. This is the area you're creating. So when I say no, I don't want to have a child with a Black American woman. I mean it from the pretense, if you look at the examples of Black American women that are online nowadays, and hundreds of thousands of women that follow them, it's quite easy to see that at an 80% partition, these women don't like their own men. In fact, majority of them prefer the company of each other. So I would even go as far as to say the majority of these bitches might even be lesbians. And I keep saying the same thing. I'm like, yo, if you bitches don't like Black men so much, why don't y'all start dating each other? Seems like that would be a better option for you. That's my proposition. Since you bitches don't like your own men and you want to sit with white men and talk about Black men and laugh and key, and I've seen a million times. It's not just these motherfuckers over there with Captain Kangaroo. You understand what I'm saying? There's many of them that are online. They sit, now the new style is to sit with a white man and talk about Black men and how Black men are less than white men, but you're better, the bitch that gives life to Black men and birth to Black men. That's a fucking amazing analogy right there. Black men are not shit, but at a 70% rate, you were the bitches rearing and raising them. But you'll go on a podcast with a white man and tell them Black men ain't shit. What, the niggas that you help raise at a 70% margin? That shit don't sound right. That means, bitch, you a failure. Meaning we shouldn't even be blaming them. We should just get the fuck rid of you. You're the problem. You're the problem. But they're so intelligent, they don't even realize that. No, you're the problem. Your dating situation. I'll give you another example. I can't find no good black men, but other black bitches are raising black men. So that means you bitches are failing. And like I told you at the time of the year, or this last one, I said this year is going to expose a lot of women for who they internally are. It's going to take about 2 more months. The temperament is already changing here in America, as I told you it would, where you're going to see all this loud mouth, I can say what I want to, women's rights, yay, 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 vajay. That shit is right out the window. That old AOC moment that y'all had, that Ihan, or whatever that bitch's name is, moment that y'all had, or whatever, that shit is over. That shit is over. And you better start paying attention. The temperament out here isn't yay, 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 vajay anymore under the Biden administration, all that woke bullshit. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit no more. That shit's over, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, Trump, you go up here and do what the fuck you gonna do, nigga. Keep your promises, nigga. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Queens. Jamaican Gardens, don't you know? That's what Trump's from. You go up here and do what the fuck it do. You understand what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, goddammit. That's the realest gangster out, this motherfucker. This motherfucker took 2 attempt shots. I ain't never had a Trump supporter in their goddamn life donate to me. And I done did lives from right in front of Trump Tower for the past 5 years. I have never had a Trump supporter donate to me, so don't come to me with that shit. And they won't. They won't. That's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Anyway, long story short, I just want to end this with this. What y'all need to do is y'all need to start taking a look and putting on the microscope some of these women that are out here and y'all prepared talking. We just proved Lisa Smells was wrong the whole time, and this bitch had a whole campaign on her page for weeks talking about how Jay-Z was guilty and all this shit or whatever. We got several other podcasters after the charges were dismissed. They still went on their podcast and said, well, it ain't over. You know, from what I know, this was the bitch said, this was the funniest shit. She said, from what I know, it was, let me say it in the accent. No, what you don't understand is this case, it was dismissed without prejudice. That means that they can bring up the charges again. I think what happened here was there was a payout. You said that shit on your page, French bitch. Remember? Oh, yeah, you said that on your page. Yeah. We're going to talk about that today, though. Yeah, because this bitch doing a little bit too much. You don't know nobody in the music industry, ho. And nobody knows you. You are a vlogger that just started a year ago, and you prove and niggas came to your podcast today and he proved something about you. You're a fraud and you're a facilitator of fucking bickering and arguing. We already got enough bickering and arguing. I do believe, and I agree with another thing too, that gentleman said, yo, it seems like the British niggas and the Canadian niggas are using black Americans as their like little sporting goods shop for laughs and shit like that and goofies and try to make their stuff look like they're way more how could I say, way more civil than we are here in America. Listen, I'm going to talk the way the fuck I talk. I'm not talking like a Canadian. I'm not a fucking Canadian, so fuck you and fuck Canada. I'm not going to sit up, if that's how you're going to judge it. I'm not a British person, so I'm not going to talk like the Lords and, hello, lovely, how are you? Or how, if that's how you believe, fuck you and fuck London. You understand what I'm saying? And he say, oh, it's beautiful. Who gives a fuck? Who the fuck wants to come over there? You got enough problems of your own over there with all those fucking grooming gangs and over there in Scotland. I did a story about that. Nobody was interested in that. It's still on the page. They had a grooming gang over there that was repeatedly sexually assaulting a 9-year-old, now 9-year-old, and an 8-year-old boy and girl, and they were lending them out to their friends. And in between it, they had pagans that were doing, 2 pagan witches that were doing seances and shit like that. And then I think about it, and I said, well, you go over to this one man's page that acts like he's so Christian and holy than now, you'll notice there's a whole bunch of representatory of fucking being a pagan. Even in fact, so Captain Kangaroo Atwood himself turned around and said he was a pagan. You understand what I'm saying? They're green pagans. We're the green, to be exact. And they have a certain type of practice with shamanic priestess, seance readings, tarot card readings. All this shit is of the cult. You don't believe me? If old Beverly to be over there with them, if that old bitch was sitting out here reading motherfucking psalms and poems and shit like that or whatever, they burn that bitch right up the street up here in Salem, Massachusetts. They would have oiled and tar feathered that bitch and set her on fire for the whole, along with a whole bunch of other accused witches. They would have set their ass on fire And y'all know this is how I go. This is history now. That's not me saying this or wishing this. This is history. I live in Connecticut. I don't live too far from Salem, Massachusetts. I've been up there and visited before. It's a tourist attraction up there, don't you know? You can go up there and see where they used to massacre and bring forth to trial quickly these people they accused of being witches and warlocks even. They don't talk about the men as much, but they brought men in front of it too, or assisting witches. You understand what I'm saying? It was looked at as one of the most demonic sins you could commit, witchcraft. You understand what I'm saying? And they had many different terminologies of the witchcraft. It can include the paganistic witchcraft that some people will point forward and say that some of the people... See, this is the thing people don't understand. I'll give you an example. There's 2 sets of 13 colonies. There's 13 colonies that exist below Pennsylvania, then there's 13 colonies that exist above Pennsylvania. The 13 colonies that exist above Pennsylvania, which is Massachusetts, Maine, all that shit, all the way down here to Connecticut, including Connecticut's called the New England States, right? Pay attention. The people that made up this state are Gnostics. But if you go out to Rhode Island, you have a different secular group out there. I forgot what you call them. But it was actually 3 groups that made up Connecticut, different sides of Connecticut. Then you go to Massachusetts, there's a different set of motherfuckers that made up that area or whatever, and they were following their own preacher. But all of them are different denominations. These were people they didn't even want in England. They looked at them as religious zealots. You understand what I'm saying? Like they were a problem in Europe. So the same way they talk about Cuba had to drain their swamp, like somebody wrote in the comments to me, well, motherfucking Europe did too, under the direction of the king. Huh? Y'all remember? Y'all remember that? Oh, morbid moments. Same thing with the Scottish, same thing with the Irish. They did the same thing. This was a practice they did all the time. Why the fuck you think Australia exists now? It was a former prison colony of the British. They always got rid of their rubbish. They always got rid of their rubbish for the betterment of society. You see? For the betterment of society. They always got rid of their rubbish. I know your story. I live it. They got places here named New Britain, New London, Norwich, Meriden, Norwalk. All these places, if you live in Britain, any of these places sound familiar to you? I know they do, motherfucker. I know they do. Meadowbrooks. You want me to keep going? Hartford. You want me to keep going? Oh, I love it when a motherfucker think you stupid. It's a lovely feeling. Anyway, all these places match. So when you get up here to the Massachusetts area and all that stuff or whatever, you have people that made up Connecticut. They were mostly Gnostic, but there were also other secular groups that were along with them on these ships that the king and the king commissioned to get these motherfuckers out of there. Was also being withheld in the information a lot of times. These motherfuckers spent weeks, if not months, sometimes years, in the motherfucking confines of this castle. You understand what I'm saying? Under arrest. So a lot of these people they put on these ships to navigate and get the fuck out of the country, a lot of these motherfuckers were considered criminals. You didn't know that either, did you? There's most times the same thing. They try to paint the picture that everybody that's coming over here from south of the border is a fucking criminal. These motherfuckers were really criminals. They came with diseases like scurvy, which you can make it so your blood can't clot. Ask about that. That's how they killed the Indians up there in Massachusetts, with scurvy. See, Europe traditionally has been a nasty-ass place. From the rat plagues they had over there 3 times during the Black Ages and everything else. You understand what I'm saying? From the sexual plagues they had over there that nobody likes to talk about. They had a whole outbreak of tuberculosis probably 6 to 7 times, these nasty motherfuckers. Nasty, disgusting motherfuckers over there. And now we got the head of the poor white trash that's a former prisoner in Arizona. Yeah, I said it like that because that's what you are. Sat up there and said, yeah, I'm the vision of morality now. Nigga, you a former prisoner that did 9 years for selling motherfucking pills in a club in Arizona. You understand what I'm saying? And you want so badly to move past that, you will never move past that, nigga. I know a criminal when I see one, and I remember when I caught you and your man, homie Smallville, on there. That's what I like to call him, the homie Smallville on there, whatever. Oh, yeah, you ran that one we used to run into prison, huh? You running the one you run into prison right now on your channel on a daily basis, motherfucker. Fuck you mean? You running that one we used to run in prison. Y'all motherfuckers is prison. He was a prison lawyer. That's who Tommy Smallville was. He was a prison lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Ain't hard to tell. How long did you do? 10 years? You did 10, your man did 9, your other man did like something like 7. And all y'all just happened to meet up in prison and said, fuck it, we're going to do a podcast together. And America's over there donating to these motherfuckers. I'm like, yo, man, I know I'm by myself, dog. That's why I keep it like that. I don't like, fuck all that talk about. I did my point. Like I said, I did a podcast earlier this month. Many of y'all encouraged to go look at it or whatever. But this is why I have to make this move now, because I have to do this for the betterment of me. Let's say if it's I put it in two examples, right? Say if it's in the music era, you understand what I'm saying? Where niggas did do shit for me. I've been everywhere you could think of. I've had some great times or whatever. As far as, I'm gonna speak for myself. I ain't even gonna speak for the other people I worked with. Do I believe Puff could have did a better job of paying attention internally? Fuck yeah. Do I think Puff could have paid niggas better than he paid us? Fuck yeah. Considering the fact you were going over here giving bitches 30 million to start a new family. I'm real up. I'm like insulted by that. I don't know about the rest of the crew or whatever. I'm insulted by that. We giving this bitch $30 million to go start a new family. What about the team though? You know what I'm saying? Break the team or something. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? And I was speaking like that before. So I got to keep that real with that. Other than that, we love Puff. And that's not going to change. You understand what I'm saying? Until that motherfucking gavel come down, they say, yo, he's guilty. We love Puff. Why did he represent us all? Does Peter Scully or Jeffrey Epstein represent all whites? Okay, here we go with one of these motherfuckers in here with these probables and theories and all this shit or whatever. Let me tell you something, bitch ass nigga. You probably don't live nowhere near where Joel Epstein live at. You understand what I'm saying? Matter of fact, listen, if y'all want to do some real shit today, watch this. I'm going to prove this nigga wrong. I ain't even going to block you, son. I'm going to keep you here. Guys, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App right now. $ STRINGERBELL80. If not, it'll just be an upload, and I'll do it like that. But if you want to do it live, I'll do it like that. But anyway, this nigga said Jeffrey Epstein and inspect whites. You know what I like about conversations like that? Like, just based off what you said, you either a brown-nosed and black person or you're white. I'm going to answer your question for you. He says, why does it represent us all? Does Peter Scully and Jeffrey Epstein represent all whites? No, because there is a system put in place called the white motherfucking media that will make sure that they're not looked upon like that. The same white media that I'm around and been around hundreds of times now, filming footage and shit like that. The same major media outlets that I'm around all the fucking time in the press area. Have you not been paying attention? This must be your first time here. So let me break this down for you. You are saying that Jeffrey Epstein and Peter Scully, whoever the fuck that is, don't represent all whites. Really. So blacks and Latinos, trying to take down J-Lo, Kanye, Diddy, and Jay-Z, some of our premier people that have millions of dollars, you're comparing that to that. This nigga Jeffrey Epstein had his own fucking island, dog. And the people of nobody ever talks about this. The people down there in the Bahamas where he bought the house at, one of the houses, where he had one of his houses at, the people after he died, they put their money together locally, bought the house, and tore the motherfucker down. See, they don't never tell you about that, do they? They bought, I'll preach it for you one more time. After Jeffrey Epstein had been declared dead, the people that he had a house in the Bahamas, they bought the house. They put their money together, bought the house, and had that motherfucker disseminated. You understand what I'm saying? No, Joe baby, he didn't know that. That's why he came in here talking all that. It does represent that. They're able to block things that they don't want them to be on the news. White people are able to, in the media, are able to control the media as they always have with the red and blue network. So even though it's not collectively all whites, there is a high abundance of whites that see differently from some other whites. I know this by growing up with whites here in Connecticut. There's a whole vast majority of whites within society, but specifically in fields of power. Media is a field of power. I've been around people, and y'all seen them here on camera with me, from fucking CBS, NBC, all the major networks. I'll be around them because I film. He went from, this is how we know we're dealing with a retard. He went from, why does it represent us all? So this person is black. He doesn't get the difference. This is the same nigga that'll tell you, we're being oppressed, but he doesn't understand the difference between white people controlling the media and their place in society versus his place in society. So the only thing he has to say is why. He follows that up, why? This shit ain't a theory. Then he follows it up with, how the gap at the bottom of your teeth after I prove him wrong. You a bitch. You a bitch. You a bitch. P. Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein are just the fucking same. No, they're not, Troy Mathers. And you another fuckface. Let me explain to you how they're not the same. Puff didn't have an island that he was bringing bitches to. Puff didn't have an assistant, which was a woman that was bringing him young 15-year-old girls. We always leave that out of the conversation. In most parts, Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein are horrible-ass motherfuckers. Harvey Weinstein currently is back on trial in New York, and he's trying to speed up the trial now because he's sick. They brought him from California to New York. He's been sitting on Rikers Island for a couple months now, probably like 3 months now. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody knows when he's going to trial, but he's being retried for his New York case. This motherfucker, up until a couple months ago, had videos, and if you're really in the know, you know what I'm talking about. They had videos up on here, uploaded on YouTube, and I guess YouTube removed them because you can't find them too many places now, but there's few of them. I found one on TikTok. But so go to TikTok and just put in Harvey Weinstein assault video, and it'll come up. And you'll see one video where I forgot what the actress's name is. She's got a purse, and inside the purse, she's got a video camera going the whole time, right? This nigga comes to the door, no shirt on, no nothing, just a towel wrapped around him, trying to coerce her to go into the bathroom with him. You understand what I'm saying? How come y'all ain't talking about that? And there was videotapes of that. Y'all ain't even got no videotapes of Puff assaulting anybody or nothing else. Only thing y'all got is the one with Cassie. That's it. That's the only video that has ever surfaced. If a motherfucker want to argue with me right now, let me know. There were multiple videos put up about Harvey Weinstein. They were right here on YouTube. Nobody said nothing. Harvey Weinstein, Joel Epstein literally owned a house down in the Bahamas that was used and utilized outside his own home here in the New York City tri-state. It was utilized to assault girls that were specifically 13, 14, 15 years old. You understand what I'm saying? The nigga made videos of it. There are videos that exist of. Y'all ain't seen one video of Puff in an uncompromising position yet. And until they produce it or show it, I'm neglected to feel only one certain way about it, that it don't exist. There were certain characters that put into play about Puff and kids. You understand what I'm saying? Once again, they came from the black ecosphere, if you want to say. Unfortunately enough, this didn't come from white saying that, this came from black. There has not been one fucking charge against Puff in anything that has to do with federal. That's a charge versus a civil lawsuit. There's not been one fucking charge that is related to or elaborated on how Puff touches some kids. He's in there on 4 charges. But y'all so busy lying all the fucking time to try to get a couple views and always trying to argue with somebody. I swear to God, if it was legal, I'd go to every last one of them's house and just get rid of them. I'm dead serious. If it was legal, I'd just do that. Because people like this, let me tell you how people like this is, like Troy Mathers and people like him that think like him are dangerous. People that think like this are people that are ultimately up for black destruction. They don't care anything about black people. They care about themselves. Sometimes they don't even like their own existence. They're only saying things like this because they want people to side with them because it's popular for them to do. This is what people like Troy does. And he goes from podcast to podcast doing it. Ask Troy where he worked at. Ask Troy when he's ever been in the music industry. Ask Troy when he's ever been around any superstars. But yet and still, he's giving his ultimatums on how he feels things should go and the way they should be and why they are the way they are. And don't y'all find that odd? Who knows Troy Mathers? Troy's, how long you been up here? Let's see how long you been up here, boy. How long this boy been up? Oh, I can't tell on this one right here. I ain't got the app on this one. Shit. Talking about P. Diddy and Joel Epstein are the same. Get your goofy ass the fuck up on out of here. Any nigga that say some goofy ass shit like that is ridiculous. All the bitches that came out have been grown. That shit is crazy to me. They'll even try to, see what I mean? This is black America. They'll try to pin all kinds of shit on you because they think it's funny. Y'all don't think it's, but I'm trying to tell you, a lot of these motherfuckers, they're living their dream of being able to crush. They have been waiting for this moment, especially a lot of these women. They've been waiting for a moment like this, see Kanye go down. They take joy in seeing people go down. And it's a lot of society that does this, not just in black society. They do it in white society too, but they enjoy watching you get destroyed. That is the joy for them. Now, these are not godlike people. Let me tell you something. If you enjoy watching people be destroyed or people setting up things and you know certain things have taken place in history that would tell you all, in effect, if you were really smart, that, hey, maybe I shouldn't ride with this because last time we did some shit like this, shit didn't work out the way we wanted it to. Well, I'm telling you how shit's going to work out now. And this is why I say, Puff, you would be embarrassed right now if you saw these people out here and the way they were formerly talking about black excellence. First of all, if you're trying to take down simultaneously 4 different men, You understand what I'm saying? All of them happen to be billionaires or whatever. And I mentioned this yesterday. Who have they taught? They didn't teach the next batch. And that's what happened to us. When we were coming up, the guy, and it was for a different reason, but when we were coming up, the guys that we were working for, when we were working for Pub, Perez and Mid-Alcom and everybody else, those dudes were in their 30s, early 30s, most of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the top one was probably like 33, 34. So they were all like 33, 34, 31, 32. They were young. And so we were in our like 20s and shit like that, whatever. I think I was like 22, 23, something like that. And so we were younger than them. So they were learning on the job. You understand? They were learning from Cloud. They were learning from the staff at Ariston. They took y'all up to the building, then lives up there like 5, 6 times, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I show y'all the security up there. Remember me from being in the building. I don't know much I got to do. But anyway, they were learning on the job. They had just came from Third Ave, and yeah, they had sold some records, but they ain't know the game like that. You got to be taught the game, just like anything else. If you was selling crack on the motherfucking corner, you got to find a nigga that's gonna show you how to motherfucking slice that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Bake that shit, make sure you stir it right. You know what I'm saying? You need a nigga to show you that. You need a nigga to show you the game. So my point is, you got all these top tier rappers, and niggas just trying to take them down, right? And I'm saying, well, who gonna teach the babies? Well, that's the whole point. We don't want nobody here teaching the babies. We don't want nobody here teaching the baby. Matter of fact, we gotta make sure you not here because you're gonna show the rest of them how to become billionaires. Now, if you show the rest of them how to become billionaires, and trust me, this is the same problem in Africa, and Africa has with the Chinese over there currently. If you teach the rest of them how to become billionaires, then we can't retain control. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Listen, man, you got to come in here and lie. You ain't got to lie to kick it, homie. Your name ain't Marvin. You came over here because one of them niggas sent you over here. It's all right. Let's listen about what I got to say. But don't come in here lying. I don't like niggas that lie. I'm Marvin from London, England. Like, niggas, get the fuck out of here. You can stay, you know what I'm saying? But don't come in lying. I don't like niggas that lie. You understand what I'm saying? They always make me want to do something to them. You feel me? All right, so just be honest. You ain't got to lie to kick it. Now, back to what I was saying. These same motherfuckers that be out there, y'all now catering to them. You're catering to your oppressor. So you're willing to do what he says. You're willing to sit with him. We sick, boss. We sick. Remember Malcolm said that. We sick, boss. It's that nigga. And the negresses that come along with him. The yammies. Yammy always been a part of the culture, man. Yammy go all the way back to the plantation. Yammy would keep all the niggas in line. So now they come back to Yammy like they always have. Some of these bitches even talk like Yammy online. You understand what I'm saying? But they come back to Yammy. Yammy, I need you to get the niggas in order. Well, what's going on, boss? Well, we got that nigga Puff over there. We got the nigga Kanye. We got the other. We need them gone. They made too much money. Same way they didn't want y'all motherfuckers to read and write one time. You know why they didn't want you to read and write? Because they didn't want you to become millionaires. Same way they used to come in and the master would leave their slaves the house because he owned 3 or 4 houses because he became a millionaire due to their labor. What did they do? They come in and snatch up the houses. Y'all don't never talk about that. Y'all always talk about Tulsa. And I'm getting tired of niggas talking about Tulsa, Oklahoma, too. If you wasn't there standing with them 306, 103-year-old and another man that's 108 years old, that the only living survivors of the Tulsa motherfucking things. And when they had hearings in front of Congress and they had hearings in front of the state of motherfucking Tulsa, Oklahoma, nobody showed up. Go do your research on it. There wasn't no Jesse Jackson out there. Wasn't no motherfucking, what's the other bitch ass nigga's name that does all the fucking I forgot what that nigga's name is. Hell, the Trayvon Martin shit. That nigga didn't show up. None of these black people showed up. You understand what I'm saying? None of them showed up. You understand me? And this is for the last 3 survivors. That's why I hate when I hear Umar Johnson or Tyreek. Tyreek, you wasn't out there either. You would have been on camera. You wasn't out there when the 3 black people they were doing their testimony in front of the Senate. One of them was 100. The one lady's 106 years old. There's another one that was 103 years old. It was actually 4 of them. And there's another one that's 108. The other one died. She was the oldest. I think she was like 112 or something like that. All of them in the hundreds. None of these niggas were out there. We're not trying to tell you all this shit is a bunch of talk. They talk that good shit because they want the dollars out of you from the cash apps and all that shit. The blackity, 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 blackity. I don't go with niggas on what they say. I go on niggas with what they do. I always been a person like that. You understand what I'm saying? time is it? 2:30? Yeah, I gotta get up out of here, y'all. I can't fuck with y'all no more. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no money coming out of there anyway. That's enough of me giving away knowledge for free. So to conclude, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't stay places where I ain't making no bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just come in here and do what I need to do. I fulfilled my 2 hours. We good. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, y'all, I won't be going live. I think I would have enjoyed it, but I won't be going live where I'm going to be at later. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? We don't get no financial support. We got to cut that shit. I ain't going to just do doing lives. Like, I ain't one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, it is what it is. But I will be with y'all tomorrow. 9 times out of 10, I'll be with y'all tomorrow. I might change my mind later on. You never know. But I'll be with y'all definitely tomorrow or whatever. Damn, that's fucked up. Y'all would have really liked the live. Fuck it. Yeah, I ain't gonna do that for 2025. Y'all gotta earn that shit. I did too much shit on here. I had Jonathan Majors in here on my camera, talking specifically to me. And I had Trump on this camera. I've been all for Diddy. We did a lot of shit on the Book of Hove. We did a lot of shit on this channel, so I can't be doing that. But just to leave out and close out, I'll just say this real quick. You know, it's time that we start assessing things for what they really are. You understand what I'm saying? As quick as you saw all them people that were just in here and they were viewing me and everything like that, none of those people will ever support me. They don't like the fact if you're a masculine sounding man and you look like me or talk like me, you can't know what you're talking about. You too masculine for me. They need a man that's feminine, you know. So if I got on here and my voice, my natural voice octave was something like, "Hi everybody, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing wonderful. And attaché and hugs for everybody. And doesn't Jesus love us? God bless us, everyone." Like Tiny Tim in A Christmas Carol. If I got on here talking like that or whatever, and I sounded half a voice, these motherfuckers would love me. I done had people come on here and talk about, "You talking too manly." I said, what the fuck did this nigga just say? I literally had a nigga come in here and say that before. "You talking too manly." I never heard such shit in my life. So, you know, what do? You know, you let it be. You let it be. You let it be. You let it be. But today's brand of African Americans that you have are not the same brand of African Americans you had before. You can notice this, they won't even celebrate their own Black History Month, which are going to take away along with the DEI thing. I told you guys 2 years ago, I said, if you keep on fronting on Black History Month, they're going to take it away from you. If you put in the hashtag Black History Month, you'll see there's less than 500 posts for Black History Month. This goes unilaterally with the hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers that post up here on a day-to-day basis. You don't believe me? Put in the hashtag Black History Month 2025. Tell me what comes up. Put in the hashtag in your search bar, Black History Month 2025. Tell me how it's less than 500 posts. That means these niggas don't care about that shit. They don't care about Black culture as a whole. They care about Black culture as a utilization of somewhere to market themselves as someone that's a truther. Watch out for that shit too. People be like, "I thought you were a facilitator of the truth." No, bitch. No, you're not a truther. What the fuck is a truther? I'm a truther. No, you full of shit. You sit on here and you're just like the rest of them. You paint all these stories or whatever, because you want people to donate to you. I don't paint stories because I want people to donate to me. Most niggas ain't gonna donate to me because I'm just too, like my mans and them say, you say, "Yo, you just too much of a nigga for these niggas, bro. You gotta understand who your audience is." He said, "Them audience on that YouTube shit, those ain't no real people on there." He said, because he was mad at me because I said the thing about the Black chick shit. I said, "Nah, that's real. Like, I don't see myself having a baby with a Black American woman. I wouldn't even have a baby with a Black foreign woman at this point, unless we lived in another country, because look at the culture that you were putting them in. It's horrible." You know, like like I don't know why everybody's scared to say that. Like, you think Black American culture is a great culture nowadays? Like, seriously, you think Latin American culture is a great culture nowadays too? Come on. You think white American culture is a great culture nowadays? Nah, I don't think so. I think those three groups right there are some of the most destructive groups on YouTube, especially when their feminine counterparts are at the speaking helm. That's what I think. So, yeah, man, I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but that's just me. I know I'm going to be an older father, and I know by the time my kid hit 20 years old, I'll probably be somewhere around about 67 or something like that or whatever. I'm not going to allow my kid to be indulged in the community like that, where his own father has seen what this crowd has to offer. This crowd has nothing to offer you, but if you're not with us, then you're against us type of rhetoric. And I ain't with that absolute shit. Like that's not me, son. You're not gonna pump me into siding with you and shit. Like that shit don't exist in my world. So yeah, it is what it is. You just gonna have to, you know what I mean, deal with it the way you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all y'all tuning in or whatever. Appreciate the, the views and everything like that. Appreciate everybody. Not what it's crazy. I was live for 2 hours, right? They listened to somebody arguing and beefing, and this bitch got 2 donations for $100. I ain't had one motherfucker donate to me because a whole bunch of other motherfuckers said, yo, don't, there was people out here that told people don't donate to me. Ain't that crazy? They won't hit the like button, nothing. So that's why I told you, you got to realize the type of people that you talking to. These people are not good people. The majority of them are not good people. The majority of them are people that are going to steal your words and go make money off your words. You said, I've had that happen. People regurgitate my words, regurgitate my thinking process, shit like that. It's all good, bro. I don't be caring. That's why I watch what I say on here now. I had a conversation with somebody the other day. They was like, yo, watch what you say on there with them niggas. Them niggas don't appreciate you. I said, I know. I don't even care. These are not my people, bro. Like, trust me. Something go down with you, Black Americans are not coming to your defense. They running or they laughing or they gonna film it.